issues on my mind, but I don't wanna see it. I just need to get it right, I just need to slow down. Do you wanna come over? Gotta figure this out. I gotta move out of Sin City. I wanna run until I fall. Bright lights shine so pretty. I just wanna get it all. On my mind, but I don't wanna see it. I just need to get it right, I just need to slow down. Do you wanna come over? Gotta figure this out. I gotta move out of Sin City. I wanna run until I fall. Bright lights shine so pretty. I just wanna get it all. When I'm walking out the front door,
Welcome in, everyone. I hope you're well. How are we all? Guys, I've got loads of people to thank for following whilst I've been offline. Sorry about Friday night, guys. I haven't been that well. I'm still not 100%, so no promises here. We'll go to 11 o'clock, but we'll see how comfortable I stay. If you're new here, welcome, and you're probably all very confused. But yeah, I live with long-term health condition, and it's not great at the minute. So doing the best I can, guys. If you are joining us on YouTube, hopefully, guys, notice you've got your own scenes. For the last couple of weeks, you've been sharing what you see on Twitch, which meant it must have been very confusing when it's rolling up across saying latest subscribers, and they were all Twitch subscribers. So the idea is, guys, we're trying to make platform specific scenes. So if you're watching on one platform, you're seeing the latest sub, member, etc. on that one, and the same as wherever else you are. We're still having an issue with TikTok Studio at the minute since the latest update. It's basically just consume all on my machine. It's like SQL memory. For anyone who's familiar with IT, it basically seems to be running like SQL memory at the minute, where it will literally take every resource available, and obviously that's not good for our Twitch audience. Welcome in, guys. I hope you're all well. If you are new here, I'm Joel. I normally stream on Tuesdays, Fridays and Sundays, but as always, health permitting, and the schedule's gone a little bit up in the air at the minute, guys, because I'm a bit under the weather. But I hope you're all well. Massive thank you to all the followers we've had loads, guys, while we've been offline. And a reminder, guys, Twitch is our bread and butter, right? Twitch is where this all started. It's what pays the bills. So a massive thank you to all the new followers. Just before we went live, we had Mad Muffin, but a big thank you to Louie, T-Gun Down Under, Kiwi, so something going on in Australia and New Zealand by the looks of it. Cam, Joel, G-Rod, these are all people since the last stream, guys. Lizzie, I think that is, Hero, Jules, Sneer and Rainbow. The list just goes on and on, guys. So thank you so much for all the support over on Twitch. And if you're watching us on YouTube as well, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being part of our very early stream, dipping our toe into streaming on YouTube. I streamed a lot on YouTube over the years for a talk show I had. But this is the first time we sort of started doing it for the Farm Sim stream. So thank you very much. Appreciate it all. I hope you're well. Si, thank you so much for the resub, mate. Also, thank you for the lovely messages over this weekend when I've been struggling a bit. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the resub, mate. 36 months, 38 months in total. That's madness. That's madness. But guys, let me know if all the audio and everything's all good, because like I say, we are now trying to separate it platform specific to give you the best best experience. And yeah, and if you are coming over here because you're wondering where we are on TikTok, yeah, we need to wait for TikTok Studio to fix their issue. We'll have another go at... I did launch it tonight and it done exactly the same thing. Like how one piece of software could be taking 50% of my PC's resources. And you can see the specs, guys, of my PC on Twitch, right? It's not like I'm trying to run this on like some 10-year-old thing. It's obviously just something going on with their software. We could try bringing it into OBS again, but that means I've got to set up all new scenes and everything, and I've just not had time. I've been laid up since Wednesday. But guys, thank you for everyone who hung out with me on Tuesday. I really enjoyed Tuesday night stream, and I was hoping we could have got a couple in, more streams in before then, but yeah, health just took over. Si says, I got my final grade for my MSc this week. I've officially been awarded distinction. Look at that. Guys, lots of love and support for Si. Si is a VIP. He's been with his channel since pretty much the very beginning. Probably after year one, maybe, Si. I'd have thought maybe even before the end of year one. So, guys, lots of love for Si. He's worked bloody hard on that. He's always a massive supporter and stuck with us for all the changes. And as this whole thing has grown, I really appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. Welcome in Gareth, welcome in Farmer T, welcome in Jojo, Daniel, I hope you're well. Paul, welcome in over on YouTube, guys. Great to see people chatting on YouTube. I'm still getting used to that. Cam, thank you very much for the follow. I think you're one of the people I read out. I was, so thank you for getting involved in chat after following us this week. Really appreciate it. I love when people follow us offline. It's absolutely mad. That blows my mind that anyone would follow when we're offline. So thank you. When I get paid, I can start. Sorry, you don't have to ever do that, mate. You know the viewership is enough. It'll always be enough. It's why I do this, to try and build community and help people escape and switch off. And that's why we always try different things to see if we can keep fine-tuning how we do that. We're learning on the job. And you've been here through all of it, mates. You never have to worry about gifting subs or anything, ever. Just your viewership was enough, mate. Well, the fact you've been subscribed for that many months is insane, right? Daniel, thank you so much, mate. I hope you're well. Ryan, welcome in. Guys, if you can just confirm, if you are watching on YouTube, it should now have latest subscribers, and they should be YouTube subscribers. So if you've recently subbed, that shouldn't be Twitch anymore, because there was a time when everyone just saw Twitch. And that felt a bit weird, so I've tried to separate it out, but it is a work in progress. I can't promise as well, guys, that my voice is going to last. I'm in a ton of pain. I've been in a ton of pain this last week, and when I'm in pain I have to take certain medications, and it always relaxes my vocal cords and makes them dry, and then I end up sounding a bit croaky. Gilly, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, mate. And for anyone who doesn't know, Valorant is doing the matching thing in September. We are still in September, aren't we? Yeah, because I haven't been in much in September through health and travel and everything else. Yeah, Valorant are doing that gift matching thing. So so they added a gift sub because Gilly gave out 5. So thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. Actually, no, they might have matched. They've gave out more than one. So I don't know if it's a like-for-like match or a percentage. But yeah, we had it last year. They done it about last January, February, and it was phenomenal. So fair play for them. Obviously, they do it because they get free advertising in people's chat, right? But we'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you very much, Gilly, mate. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. But I hope everyone was well, guys. I hope you're all good. It's great to see some numbers building up on YouTube as well. So thank you for that. Just do what you can, buddy. Cheers, Gareth. That's all I can do, mate, right? That's all I can do. Like, ultimately, I've got a disability. Christ, I promise you, if I ever don't turn up to a stream, guys, there is no one more disappointed than me. Like, genuinely, I beat myself up into depression, right? I literally do. I tried to go out yesterday. It was a mate's 50th birthday, and obviously I wasn't fit to go out. But your mate's only 50 once, right? And I had to come home early, and I'm literally on the bus on the way home crying like a child because it makes me miserable. Pain stops me from doing. Like, you'll get these people on Instagram doing that whole lot. I'm thriving with arthritis. Piss right off. You're not thriving because you could do so. You know, you're doing amazing and you're overcoming perhaps. You know, and I'm very fortunate. I got to go to Paris and that last week and advocate and all that sort of stuff. But it's not thriving because if I didn't have the condition, I'd still be playing rugby. I'd probably be streaming every night. You know what I mean? Like all these sort of things. So Gareth, thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it, mate. And just know, guys, if I can't make something, then there is no one more disappointed than me, and it takes a lot for me to cancel these days. So if I do, you know it's because I'm in a bad way, right? And I mean hollering in pain kind of bad way. We'll see how we get on tonight, guys. My meds are going to need a refreshing at about 10 o'clock, so we'll see how we get to at 10 o'clock and go from there. Ronson, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate that. Ryan, thank you for the gift sub. I love that, mate. No, you don't have to, guys. Just know that your viewership is enough. Genuinely, your viewership is enough. But thank you for the people giving out the gift subs, and thank you for, obviously, that helps with Valorant match and some of them as well. So Hype Train level 3 already. My word. My word. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Genuinely appreciate it. Evening Farmers, loving the support for Joel Novas. Thank you, Paul. Really appreciate it. And Paul, thank you for becoming probably our first, other than like poor old Farmer T and Steve and that have been trying really hard on YouTube, but obviously they are mods, right? So I think, Paul, you're probably our official first regular on YouTube. So thank you for being a part of it, mate. Thank you for contributing in chat. Really appreciate it. And obviously Daniel's joining you now and everything else. Daniel says, am I looking forward to the new map? The Scottish one, I really am, but I don't think I can stream it. There's a couple of things here, right? One, there's some amazing streamers that are all going to be doing it. It's like when Sacklingham dropped, and I can't compete with that. But also, we're obviously well and truly into this save, and I've still got so many places I want to take this save. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of which, guys, we should probably bring up the bloody game because I've been chatting for friggin' ages. And sorry we started a bit late tonight, guys. Like I say, I was trying to make TikTok work. I'm going to have another go in a minute. But if it starts killing the game again, then I won't. Let's jump into this. Guys on YouTube, hopefully you've now got a gaming stream that's dedicated to YouTube. If you're not seeing the game, please let me know. And I will look at that. But we should all be up and running on that now. Right, so we're doing farm redesign tonight, guys. If you weren't here last time, we got new piggies in. They've finally been fed. It took me a little while. We've sold this area over here, which we'll come on to in a minute. We've got new manure pits in. I have got to do some tracks down here. We'll do some road tracks down here. I was tempted to link up to this, but that's a bit of a drop off here, so I don't think I will. So yeah, we'll put a path up here and it'll join up here. We've got new sheds to put in. We've cleared these two areas. We've got to do a little bit of Bob Ross and just flatten it out. We'll get rid of that bile as well. But yeah, we're going to be putting some new sheds in. We've got our new pigs in. We've got 100 grand in the bank. Like, when does that happen? Like, 100 grand. So if I can get my titanium white out and my Bob Ross brushes and not have to worry about running out of money because I've laid down too much mud or something. Which, yeah, that'll be nice. Right, guys, let me just sort my screens out. I realised I've not put my multi-chat in view, so sorry for anyone I've ignored there. Who else have I got to thank? Hype Train completed at level 3, 50%, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Joe, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Many thanks all. Usually on Xbox Game Pass, but willing to put pounds for kin lag as originally from the Scottish Highlands. Awesome. Awesome. Right. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Have I caught up with all the messages? Have I caught up with all the messages? Hi, Joel. No TikTok tonight. I'm trying to make it work, mate. So on the last stream, there's been a TikTok Studio update, and it's taken like 50% of my computer resources. And when you think on top of that, I've got to run the streaming software for Twitch and YouTube. I've got to run the game. I've got to run the music, the lights, the blah, 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 all the other stuff that go on, right, that you don't see. Yeah, TikTok Studio has just gone mad, and I don't know what, since an update. I don't know if anyone else has got it. I've not Googled it. I've not contacted my agency. I've not had time. So we found this on Tuesday night. We had to end the TikTok stream early because it was going to crash the game. It was like I was moving around the game and everything was just like juddery. And it was going to overheat my PC. As soon as I killed it, everything went back to normal. And then I've been laid up since then. I worked on Wednesday and I've been off sick ever since. So I've not had a chance to find a solution. But I will at some point. Welcome in, Morgan. I hope you're good. Welcome in, Dory. Thank you so much for the resub, mate. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. I hope you're well. You just missed on out on a hype train with that resub, Dory. Guys, if you've got the emotes on Twitch for the hype train, feel free to show them off in chat. YouTube, we can't offer memberships at the minute, but once we get them 3,000-4,000 hour watch hours, we'll get that in place for you, so you guys can have emotes and all that jazz. But we're a little way off that yet. But anyone who's watching the live, thank you for contributing, because we are chipping away at it. Right, what we're going to do then, guys, let me see what my PC's doing now. 2 seconds. It's always fun running Task Manager in the middle of a live stream. Yes, at the minute, we've got 50% memory free and we've got 50% CPU free, which is right. But last time I ran TikTok Studio about an hour ago, it done its usual trick. Right. Going to be lurking tonight. Had my daughter's second birthday party tonight. I'm cream cracking. Oh, mate, them things exhaust me. The social pressure of that stuff and them having a good time and other parents not judging you and all that stuff. That stuff exhausts me. So, yeah, I feel your pain, mate. I feel your pain. Right, what we'll do, guys, let's try and bring TikTok in, but I can't promise it'll, if it starts affecting the game, we'll have to kill it. Yeah, happy birthday indeed. Right. You're Sarah, thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. So we've been going on Twitch for about 4 years. I think people forget that sometimes with TikTok. I ain't even been posting on TikTok a year yet. We've been on Twitch for like 4 years, Sarah. So thank you for supporting us here. This is ultimately where it all started and what feeds all the other content. So thank you very much. Sorry you had to make the effort tonight. We'll try and find a workaround. I think whatever happens, the workaround is going to be not using TikTok Studio because it's a piece of it just doesn't work. It's a machine. Like, I'm almost like on the edge of thinking, do they make it clunky on purpose? You can't multi-stream. Like, I know that feels a bit like I'm jumping to conclusions there, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't get why it's so terrible. It doesn't need to be so terrible. The other solution I thought about tonight was getting my laptop on a separate webcam and just having it film and like just chatting without the gameplay. Like, that's one way I could have worked around it, but like I said, I've just not had time, guys. I've been in and out of consciousness all day. I like listening to you on your farm, and no worries. That's the idea, Flip. That's the idea. She's worn out too. Yeah, it's not good on a Sunday as well, Blake. Is it? I know they're two. They ain't got school, right? Wait till you get a bit older. You'd never have a bloody party on a Sunday. The hangover would be huge. The hangover would be huge. Right. Let me see what my PC's doing, guys. Sorry, I'm having to multitask a little bit at the minute. We will get round to some farming in a minute. It's just like, it shouldn't need over 20% of my CPU. Just shouldn't, for what it is. I ain't even clicked go live yet. We'll give it a go, but I'm not hopeful. I'm not hopeful. Because the worst case scenario is it crashes the stream, right? And obviously Twitch is our priority. It always has been our priority. It always will be our priority. Like, my word, we sit here with 30 to 50 concurrent viewers and we're getting raided by Virtual Farmer, guys. Like, Twitch is always going to be the priority, and I thank you all for those of you that have been here long before all the other platforms. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm not hopeful. I'm not going to lie. I'm not hopeful. Right, let's give it a go. In fact, no, I can see it's going to be a ball lake. We're not doing it. I'm not ruining the stream for it. Right, we'll carry on. Let's get some stuff done. Mick, welcome in. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. What are them kind words? What's he put this time? You already said far too many nice things over the months, Mick. I don't get on much with work and shifts, but really look forward to watching you when I'm off. You help me so much. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Welcome in, Dave, mate. How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for your messages earlier today, mate. It was very kind of you to check in. Really appreciate that. Right. Right. Let's do right. So what we're doing here, guys, I'll get rid of that bale first. And then we're essentially, there's this new shed. I've talked about it a lot on the last stream, so I won't bore you with it again. It's a new mod I've got. It's a three-part sort of basically storage bin. A bit like I've got for my TMR, but with an additional one. It's only 35 grand as well. It's dirt cheap. So we're probably going to stick that in here somewhere. We'll need to landscape the back a little bit. But just that already looks pretty much there, right? Let's have a look how that looks. Like, that's sweet as a nut, innit? That's sweet as a nut already. I don't even have to do a lot with that. I'm going to stay in the menu just for a bit, just in case. But I ain't really got to do anything with that. Because you know I love my open storage. That has always kind of been a thing of mine. I love the open storage. That looks like that base was made for it, look. No, I appreciate it, Dave, mate, because I'm terrible at checking in with people. I take a bit of time to get out of my own head and when things are going wrong for me and stuff. So yeah, the fact that and I know you've got your own shit going on, so yeah, I really appreciate it. That looks nice there. I like that there. I'm not so sure about the white roof, but oh, it's corrugated. That's all right. It makes sense now. From back here, I couldn't see it. When you zoom in, it's corrugated, look. Right. Excuse me. There might be a bit of coughing tonight. We'll work through it. And then at some point, I wanted to get one of these British sheds in. Which look tiny now, but look at this. It's going to fit a tree in it. It's going to fit a tree. I have no idea what I'm putting in all these yet, but they look bloody awesome. Nice, Daniel, nice. I never got into that. I'm not a big truck person. People always assume that I'm like into Euro Truck and that sort of stuff but I'm not a sim player really. Like the only sim I play is Farming Sim. Like all of the stuff I play in my spare time are totally different games, right? They're like RTSs and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't really got any interest in it, but people always assume I do. That's gonna work there. That's gonna work there. Just found your channel on YouTube yesterday and got addicted straight away. And the fact that you're saying that, Kiwi, whilst on Twitch, so thank you very much for putting the effort in to support us on other platforms. I really appreciate it. All this started over on Twitch. It's kind of our main channel and our main community. And then obviously, you know, we sort of found a bit of momentum on TikTok, and now the last couple of months it's been YouTube. And these things always ebb and flow, right? Then one of them platforms will die and, you know, we'll end up coming off at months down the line or whatever. But Twitch is always the one, as a streamer, it's the platform I feel most comfortable. It's the one I feel offers me the most tools. It's the way I can keep people safest. Same reason I come off X, because I'm building a community and some of them people are vulnerable. If I ever feel like I can't keep those people safe, then I leave, right? That's core for me. And all them other platforms, they always ebb and flow, but we'll always be here on Twitch for as long as I'm streaming anyway. So thank you very much for making that effort, Kiwi. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, Hamster, mate. Yeah, sorry about Friday night, Hamster. To be fair, I probably shouldn't be streaming tonight, but I'm doing it because I really, really, really need to be back in work tomorrow. And I figured if I do this and take my mind off of it for a couple of hours, and it also hopefully gives me a bit of belief that I'll be all right tomorrow. Because some of you aren't going to get this, right? But like when you live with a long-term health condition, first comes the flare, next comes the mental health spiral, right? Like, because you have to cancel things, you have to let people down, you have to say no to your child, you know, even if that's something small. Like I couldn't go anywhere with Dylan today, right? Spent the entire day in duvets, on the floor, on the sofa, playing board games, so I couldn't do nothing. I was useless. He's hopefully had a good day, but I was useless, right? So you beat yourself up and you beat yourself up. So then what happens is you call in sick with a flare and genuine pain and you're like agony. 3 days later, you're trying to explain to work how it's now a depression thing because, you know, you might have then got on top of your pain, but it's the absolute, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Crater that it leaves in those days where you have to cancel everything. It's horrible. I hate it. You know, you can't maybe walk your dog some days, and then that causes problems because you've got a hyperactive spaniel that's not been exercised, and it's just all this sort of stuff. It's just, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he seems to have had fun, Mick, but it's us, right, as parents. We'll always beat ourselves up. Like, literally, it's been a long while since I got as upset as I got upset over my pain last night. Like, the way I describe it is like you have, like, imagine it like a resilience fuel tank. And when things are going well and everything and you're doing things you enjoy, that's like at 100%. And then you have a flare and you have a bit of pain or whatever, but you can keep going because maybe that's only took you down to 80%. What happened with me this week, I had pain, I had things I had to miss, I started losing my mobility, and that's a big one for me, and people won't get it, but when you were in a wheelchair as a kid, the minute you start losing mobility, your head just goes straight to, shit, that's where I'm going to end up. And if you're rational and you stop and think about it for a minute, you think, well, there's quite a lot of steps, Joel, between having a limp or using a stick and going to be stuck in a wheelchair, right? But your mind, because you've been in that place before, and like the formative years of your life, it jumps forward all these steps. And you sometimes can't pump the brakes. And then all that stuff, it just keeps emptying your resilience reserve and keeps emptying it, and then eventually you hit rock bottom and you can't cope with stuff. Like, so I don't know, little things like I had to pick my car up from the garage on Saturday morning, and the thought of getting on a bus like in that much pain and discomfort and sedated on meds and stuff, like it just felt like a mountain, right? Which is nonsense. It's like, it's not nonsense, it's valid because I felt it, but you know what I mean? It's like, looking back, you're like, what are you doing, Joel? Like, it's just getting on a bus. But it felt like Everest. Because I was like, you know, rock bottom. And that's the problem. You go through all of this stuff. Like, the amount of work I lost in the last couple of days. And people asked me to get in touch with me about projects. And obviously I didn't reply for a couple of days. So I've just not been able to get to the computer. And it sucks. But I'm coming out the other side, guys, and streaming always helps with that because I get to be sociable and hang out with you wonderful lot, and yeah, it helps pull you out of it. Thank you, guys. Lovely, lovely, kind words. Daniel, well, I fail sometimes. I'm human, but I felt like I was failing on, and I always know, right? If I stop doing stuff, so if I don't do bed days. I try to avoid that because that's the worst thing for my condition, right? I will literally seize up and be like a corpse at that point because I can't move. So I have to keep moving, So like today's been hard because I haven't been able to do the dog walk. So I can already feel I'm suffering a little bit for that. But for me, if I stop doing the things I enjoy, that's like the first red flag. So I'll allow myself to have a day of being in pain and almost allow myself to have a bit of pity and just, you know, self-love and just let it happen. If by day 2 or 3 I'm starting to lose pleasure in little things like stuff on Netflix or that show I always used to watch or that music I always used to listen to and suddenly I don't want to, as soon as that starts happening, that's like my first red flag to sorry, Joel, pull yourself out of it. And that happened on Friday. I had no reason. By Friday afternoon I could get to the desk and I had no reason not to sit here and just, I don't know, play a game or do something. Hell, I could have jumped on Farm Sim or something, right? And I was numb. And as soon as that happens, I know I need to start having tough conversations with myself. I suffer with PTSD, and trying to get interest into these things is so hard. It is, and that is like the first sign for me of like depression. I'll have negative thoughts and stuff, but when that then becomes numbness, then I know I've got to do something. Thank you, Hamster. I really appreciate it. I know we've got a lot of people here that just for the farm sim now, and we don't have so many people here for the chronic illness stuff, but I think there's still a good number of people. I certainly still feel comfortable sharing it with you, which is a good thing. Right, I want this to go here. Let's have a little bit of a tidy up. Let's get rid of that bale. I'm committing to that shed there, guys. I think that looks a treat there. Fits like a bloody glove. And we can do a little path around it. Fits like a bloody glove. I'm going to leave all these old paths. I think they look quite nice. Gareth, there's a lot of stigma around goat, mate. So much stigma around it. So, yeah, I get you. I genuinely get you. Thank you, Finn. Was it Finn who said to Sarah from TikTok? I'm just trying to commit it to muscle memory. Who was it who said? Was it Finn? I really struggle to remember people's names across different platforms, guys. So cut me some slack on that. When we're streaming on multiple platforms and everyone has different names, and then someone will come into Discord with a totally different name, and I have to try and remember. I really struggle with that. Sarah's Flip. Sorry, Finn. Sorry, Finn. Sorry, Flip. I've offended two people there in one. It was the F. The F threw me. Sorry, Finn. Welcome in, mate. Right, okay. Yes, get rid of that bale. I'm getting that thing again when my controller's turning off, but it might be because I'm not using it for a while. Right. Where's my old Merlot? I can't believe we're still in April, guys. This is about the third or fourth stream we've been in April, innit? It's 5:54. I've got no one watching on vertical. I don't need to keep saying that now. Yeah, guys, if you are joining us from TikTok, we're still having issues with TikTok Studio, just resource hogging. I'll try and sort something out for the next stream, but I've just not been in the office since Tuesday night stream. But I'm gradually getting back on my feet, so I'll find a workaround. We did try to go live twice tonight, one at the start of the night, and I did again, what, about 20 minutes into the stream, guys? And I could just see it was going to cause issues with gameplay. It's like if anyone watches it, like if anyone uses it themselves, and you watch like the resource on your PC, it's just CPU usage just keeps going up. It's just taking what's available. It's annoying as hell. So, by the way, welcome in, JCB Dave, mate. I hope you're well. Hopefully you caught the end of that message, mate, about why we're not able to go on TikTok at the minute. I will fix it. But thank you for making the effort of coming over on a different platform. It's only a temporary thing. We'll find a way around it. So, yeah, guys, I want to rage quit the game the other day because I put a clip up of me failing to load this straw blower, and then proceeded to have a load of people in comments and DMs tell me that the back door opens. So let's just try this. Oh, I can't connect that because of that weight, can I? Oh, I can. How can I connect that with a bloody great weight? Oh, it goes on the... Sorry, I'm naive. I'm not a farmer. It goes on the back of the weight. I had no idea it did that. I just assumed because that was on there, I wasn't going to be able to connect anything. Right, this is going to depress me, guys, because how many years in-game and nearly a year in real life have I been using this tool, and apparently I can open the back door. What if I go round to it? Either way, this is going to depress me. But if you can open it, it's not obvious. Or maybe if I select the vehicle. Alright, I'm cutting myself a little bit of slack here, because it's not exactly standing out, is it? You do it from in cab. So that's unload, but it's not, yeah, it's just to blow it. Oh, hang on, if I wiggle the mouse, does it give me more options? You see why I didn't know you could open the door though, right? Because it doesn't seem to be... Yeah, I ain't got to worry about it then. We'll do it the old Joel, the way Joel's been doing it for years. I say it's never done me any harm, except for I probably drop 1 in every 3 bales. Yeah, I couldn't believe that when people were putting comments about the bloody back door opening. I'm thinking, of course it does, Joel. Why didn't I... Just don't think, do I? That's fine, that way works. Right, I don't think I need you, Merlot, today. We're going to have a busy old May, though, guys. We've got to look for a sugar beet field still. Because we haven't got any sugar beet in the ground, so we've got to try and buy a field which got some in it. Yeah, when we hit May. There's none showing as planted on the map at the minute. Yeah, I can't be the only one with that attitude, Dave. Right. I feel like we haven't watered our greenhouses and that for ages, but I can still see there's lettuce there. I still don't know how this is going to work. We need to wait till it rains, because I wasn't expecting to see a tarp on this. I was expecting it to be an open pit. But maybe once it starts rain and the tarp disappears, I don't know. I was expecting it to be an open pit, but quite like the idea of the water collection thing. We'll see how that works. Right, let's get that British shed in finally. It's been a long while coming. It's how many months IRL have I been talking about using these British shed mods? So there's 3, well, I think there's several. There's this one with the concrete pad out the front, which I quite like, because that is what I see around my neck of the woods all the while. There's ones without the concrete. They come in blue or green. I think I like the green. You got a little preview what it looks like in there. Look, as British as you like. And then you've got a double garage door one. This is too big. I don't need all this. And then there's even one, I think. Yeah, with a vehicle storage. Which again, we don't need. So for me, it's probably the green one with the concrete pad. 65 grand, which we just got about enough for. We have a straw blower like that, and we never use the door. Mainly because it broke about 10 years ago. Yes, you probably just, like, welded it shut or something, right? Right. I reckon there. Let's have a look. Yes, it is going to make unloading there a little bit tricky, because that's quite narrow, right? But maybe we use that for vehicle storage in that one. Put some attachments or something in there. Because the main thing is I can get a trailer into these two. I suppose with a little bit of practice I could probably get it in there as well. But I think that looks nice, doesn't it? It's a nice wide... We'll make that a path. I need to get some money. I need to raise some landscape and funds. But I think they are 2 lovely additions to our yard. Because anyone who's new here, sort of down here we have as like the main opening area for all the heavy equipment. We've got fuel and workshop, and the machines sort of tend to be down here. And then up here is kind of all of our processing stuff. So we mix up our TMR here. We have our grain stores here. We make fertilizer and seeds and all that stuff up here. And I just think they look sweet as a nut there. Welcome in, Dak. I hope you're good. Great work on the exercise, JCB Dave, but sorry for the hammy, mate. As someone who constantly had issues with their hamstrings, I used to be a winger in a hockey and a fullback and winger in rugby, so I was so used to just standing around in the cold and then suddenly having to sprint. And the amount of times I used to do my hamstrings, it's horrible. And you have to do that whole horrible walk when you first do it that looks like you're trying to slow down after getting shot in the arse. The worst thing about pulling a hamstring is if you do it when you're at full tilt and then you've got to spend about 20 strides slowing down. Yeah, I like that there. I like that there. We left these paths. Yeah. Don't know if you could call me pretty though, Gareth. I was just quick, mate. I was quick and not very big back then. I was only about 11 stone when I played rugby. Now I'd be in the pack. Right. Yeah, I think we're committed to that, guys. I like that shed a lot. Again, no real plan for it yet. I just wanted to get it in there, get it in the design. So what we're going to do now, we're going to raise some money. We'll raise some money and then we'll try and do some bit of landscaping. Just put a bit of grass, like you could do a little bit of it now. All I want to do is just literally do a run of grass down the middle here. Make it look like, because the tyre tracks on that mud can stay. We don't need to put gravel down because we'll just leave it looking muddy. Be perfect. If we put this down. Look at this gravel. That's why I love leaving the ground, right, of what used to be there. Because if anyone's seen this gravel here is where we used to have that. Who's been here long enough to remember when I built that pit that went into the ground? And then I had conveyor belts at the top to load into trailers. And that's why that bit of gravel is still there from those days. The silo pit, yeah. That's why I love leaving these little things, right? Like this used to be a manure pit. This used to be our vehicle storage before we put a toilet on it. That's why you see a bit of a concrete pad here. Obviously, you all know this used to be sawmills. There's still bits of wood chip there. I think that's what gives it a bit of life. Because that's happens in real life, right? On a farm. How many times have you seen stuff chucked in a silo, like it's repurposed for that old plough that nobody really uses anymore or whatever? It's been a long while since we had a Joel painting session on here, isn't it? I don't know. I feel like there'd be a lot of turning around here, so I'm probably gonna not do much there. So I feel like we'd get a lot of turning around going on. Yeah, JCB Dave, my thing was always hot baths before I then tried to exercise. So like when I used to get groin strains and hamstring pulls and that all the while. Really hot bath and then go out and do some walking and stuff. So get everything like really loose. Could put a little bit of gravel in it, but I don't think it needs a lot, to be honest. Where's my old mossy pebbles? They're always at the bottom. I never understand why they're down here, but... Just so it looks like there's bits that have been filled in, bits of pothole or whatever. Then once we'll add some tracks, we'll add a bit more. Add a bit more. Gave up on trying Farm Sim has my attention. Once Farm Sim gets his claws into you. Sorry, Pixie, I've completely missed your message until Ryan replied to it. So, Ryan, thank you for drawing my attention. I'm going to Great Yarn for next month. What do you suggest for a 3-year-old? We've got Raw planned and Pets. McCarthy. Yeah, Raw's just amazing. Even my 6-year-old. If you give him any choice to go anywhere, he's picking Raw. Pets is brilliant value for money. Yeah, Africa Alive. I haven't been to Africa Alive, but my son went on a school trip and loved it. What else? What do we normally do? Of course, we go to Yarmouth all the bloody while, but he normally just wants to do Joylands and then a few things like Crazy Golf or whatever. What else could I suggest? Pets is the obvious one out that way. Oh, Thrigby's great, but it only takes a couple of hours. But so what we've done in the past, go to Thrigby, it's near Achy. Go to Thrigby in the morning, and then Yarmouth in the afternoon. That works. Hey there, so I watched your year 10 and year 11 vid on YouTube today, so found you here to see what you got. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good weekend. Right, yeah, so what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to drive around a little bit and see where the tyre tracks go, and then we'll landscape from there, because then the other place we need a path is down here. Like, I could put a little bit of that in. I'm running out of money. I've only got 10 grand left now. But we can always sell some stuff. Once we get into May, we'll have loads of wood product to sell from all of our activity in the forest. Feel like you'd be a bit more here. Sorry guys, you have to put off my concentration face when I'm doing this stuff. Right, and then in terms of, it's gonna go. I don't know if I want to I'm quite happy with the mud tracks we get here. So I think what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna bring up the grass. And just keep the mud tracks, because for me they work. That works well. That's worn there because it'd be a bit turning around and that maybe, and then we'll fill this in here. Must have spent bloody millions on grass. The only thing I did think about doing is put some stones in. where it looks like we might have filled in some potholes or something, but for now I think we leave it. It's look alright, doesn't it? So we've got the new pigs in, we've got the new manure heaps in, 2 new sheds. There's a bit of a path now. It's not perfect, but once I've got some tracks running down the side of it, we'll fill it in. I don't think I've got to do anything around the back here because it kind of fit perfectly on the previous concrete pad I'd made. Sorry guys, I always fall behind chat when I'm doing this stuff because I get absorbed into it. Was actually off to bed when I saw you alive. Cheers, mate. No, thank you for supporting us. I really appreciate that. Like, ultimately, Twitch is where this all started. It's where all the content comes from. So, really appreciate it when people see a TikTok or they see a YouTube video and come and find us on Twitch. Like, generally, because it's what keeps the lights on. So, thank you very much. Right. What else have I missed? I think we're all caught up now, guys. I think we're all caught up. Awesome. Yeah, I've got no idea what we're putting in here yet, but we've got storage space now. Should we have a little look in our new shed? We'll run up here so we get to have a little look around. Yeah, this works for me. This works for me. It also makes this shed not stand out as much because this originally looked a little bit out of place, but I think now it looks alright. Oh yes, this is a proper British bloody grain bin, this. Love it. I love the work on the concrete. Hats off to that person. Oh yes. This is a bit of me. Love it. Love that. And obviously we've got this here to use whatever we really want to use. It could even be silage overspill. Speaking of which, guys, we've got some serious grass work to do next month. So that is now 6:15 in April. We've been in April for about 4 streams, so I feel like we're probably time to move on. We'll do one last final check on the fields, make sure I haven't absolutely missed something. Don't think I have. I forgot we owned field 22 now. Can't even remember what we've got growing in there. Canola. Got our farm growing now. We're going to have a whole lot of work when we turn this month over though, guys. Whole lot of work is coming our way. So you can see we've got wheat here together. We've got our grass here for all of our silage and TMR. Canola field down there. Canola field, sorghum. So it's all stuff basically for the pigs, really. And the odd bit, obviously the grass for the cows. And the sorghum doubles up on the wheat for the chickens. Lovely old job. And then hopefully we can get some money and see if we can sneak a sugar beet field that's already been planted. Yeah, I got the version 2 of the Saytech bundle where they kind of dropped the Saytech, Daniel. So I heard there was a few issues with buttons and that. I'm not experienced it. I love the side panel. I just don't find it plug and play like the farm stick. Right. Oh, I'm a bit reluctant to go to sleep on this because it's going to be a hell of a month coming up. Right. Thank you for the follow, mate. Really appreciate it. Would you prefer I call you Mutant or something else? Please let me know what your preference is. But thank you for finding us over here, mate, after watching one of the videos. Right. Welcome, May. Bit of mist this morning. I want a little bit of rain so we can see. Let's see if there's anything in the weather forecast. No. Not a drop of rain in May. Or June. We've got to wait. Oh, great. Harvest season is going to rain. Look, July, August, September. So we're going to be waiting a while before we see what our new little rainwater pit does. Just call you mute. All right, mate. Try and remind me of that a couple of times over the coming weeks, and then that'll stick. I take a while to remember. But I appreciate you. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Let's see what we're dealing with. Grass. So we only got grass to harvest. That's all looking fairly rosy. Any weeds need our attention? Nope. Right, and now let's see if we can find anything with sugar beet on that we can target. Seriously? Nobody's planted any sugar beet. Nobody's planted any sugar beet. Well, we got no sugar beet harvest this year then. Pigs will be fine. We got a little bit left in storage. Well, I'd be damned. I just assumed come May someone would have planted some. So I think you can plant it in March and April. Yeah, nothing. Hell. Well, that plan backfired. Right, time to do some grass work. I do need to work out what I need, though. So the usual thing. Let's see what grass, hay, and silage. We've got a ton of silage, to be fair. Oh, I need to feed animals as well, because that's what I always do at the start of the month, because it saves me forgetting later. So, what have we got? Hay, 350,000 litres. Oh, we haven't got sheep anymore, so we only need grass for the goats, don't we? We haven't got sheep anymore, so we've got tons of grass. Going to be silage then. Let's make some money, because we can always sell excess. Yeah, well, silage. We've got our new storage bins as well. Yeah, I tend to, I only grow what the animals need, so I tend to mix it up. I very rarely use the same field for the same thing. Apart from grass. I like having all my grass fields near my silage operation. And there's one like field I've always put canola in, but apart from that, I tend to mix it up. Right. Yeah, right. Let's do the animals first, because if not, they get forgotten every time. So pigs, surprisingly, are fairly well fed. That's because I did them all last time. They're alright for straw. That can wait. They can wait as well. Awesome. They're not maxed out on slurry. No, because that's the thing I always forget to check. Same as cows and milk. Then they stop producing milk because there's nowhere else to put it. Chickens are good. Cows. They're good. I could do with a little bit more straw, but that can wait till next month. No, they're good. Goats are good. Everyone's happy. Awesome. That's rare. Right, grass it is. We're going to want you, Massey. So you can come with me. just rearrange my position here because I'm going to hit my mic with my controller. Let's do that. That'll do. So we've got tons of silage here. But we were limited by those 3 silos, so I'm just reaching to move my footrest back as well. But now we've got them other bins, we could always put silage in that. So I imagine I can compact and cover in them in that new shed. Can't see why I wouldn't be able to. Right. We'll get AI up. I'm running on this. And then we need to go raise some funds, because if not, we're not going to be able to pay their wages. Oh, I never hit that roof before. Unless I was sort of wheeling slightly coming out of there. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. On. Right, hopefully they get off on their way. So I'm just rearranging some cables on the fly here. I should have checked my controller positioning before I started. Welcome in, Purple. I hope you're well. Welcome in, Bio. It seems weird to have a live chat with you, Bio, after all the messages on YouTube videos. I hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not good, Purple. That's a complete lie. You know how you get into a habit in life of just saying, yeah, I'm fine, or I'm okay. I had a rough couple of days. I've been laid up with pain and that. I'm still a bit uncomfortable now. But I thought by coming on here, I can hopefully switch my head off a little bit from it. Be honest, when you guys last saw me on Tuesday, I haven't really done anything since then. I was in work on Wednesday and it all went wrong. Right. Warehouse. Warehouse. There we go. And we got lots of wood. Awesome. Yeah, I thought this time, Purple, I'd practice what I preach, right? I keep coming on here saying we're doing this to try and help people escape and switch off. Every now and then I need to remind myself as well. Yeah, it's been a rough few days. No counter for that yet, but we do now have dedicated scenes between the different platforms. So people who are on YouTube were seeing like sub-scrolling on the screen for Twitch, which must have been a bit confusing. But that's as far as I got because I then got sick. So I got a long to-do list of things to fix and tweak, and we're not able to actually stream on TikTok at the minute because of an issue with the software. So yeah, that's that is one I haven't forgotten about. Yeah. Back pain's horrendous, BO, because it's just you can't sit, stand, lay down, everything hurts, right? Oh, the last bits of wool. Where is it? I selected wool and it hasn't come. Maybe I didn't select it. How bizarre. we shouldn't have much wool left, because there it is. The sheep are gone now, so this will be the last bit of wool. Is that a new thing, Dave? I've not seen that, but obviously lots of other people have. AI jumping around for the Twitch's audience benefit. AI jumping around uncontrollably. Or AI shaking uncontrollably. To be fair, I'm never like really watching when AI are doing their thing unless I'm putting it on an ad break, and when I go and stretch and move I'll like see it on screen, right? But normally, like they're cutting the grass at the minute. Do you remember the original issue the game launched with, where if you used Merlot with AI, it kind of just got stuck unless you took off the dual axle steering thing. It would just go along at 1 mile an hour like a crab. I remember that bug. Christ, we're up to 100 grand already. We're going to miss that wool, but I had no time for sheep. Yeah, I think you've got enough confirmation there, JCB Dave, from others that it probably isn't a mod. That's always the thing though, isn't it, right? Like, that's the first thing to try and rule out. We get new players in chat saying this doesn't work or that doesn't work, or... And they're like a new player, but they've got installed every mod under the sun. It's like, well, you need to play base game for a bit, and then you'll know what's expected behaviour and what isn't. You're making me want to go check my AI now, see what he's doing. We had that one where he was going around in circles. Do you remember that? Why is that even turned on? Oh, it's not. It's the sawmill making all that noise. Right. I haven't watered my veg for ages, but we're still producing it. Thanks for the distributor. I mean, I can just do it in like 6-month batches. I used to hate having to water the greenhouses every month. And now the eggs are working. Look, guys. So obviously we used to... Jesus. We used to have that issue with eggs. I think we just overloaded agri-logistics. As soon as I got rid of 3 of those coops, they suddenly started coming through. So I think I overloaded it. That feels like the logical thing. Explanation. I'm stuck on that mystery thing in the ground again. I'm convinced there's a pallet underground here that we occasionally get stuck on. Oh, I'm tired, guys, so sorry if I go quiet tonight. It's been a long couple of days. Oh, hell. That's what we got. Rescued it. Right, 150k, I think that's enough. And we still haven't touched our wood. Still haven't touched our wood. we've got quite a lot there. I think I said there was great demand at the playground, didn't they? So we could run some wood there. Did I actually find a solution for a flatbed? I think it was at... Yeah, this dolly here. I was sitting right in front of me. I didn't even see it. So we could chuck some wood on there and go to the playground. So I'm pretty sure I saw when we got to May, there was great demand. Let's have a look. Playground, yeah. Let's do that. Catch you later, B.O. Should we take Whitey for a trip? Should we take Whitey for a trip? He can do some proper work. Never have got round to landscaping this bloody warehouse in here properly yet. We'll do at some point. Hello, mate. First time watching on YouTube. Thank you, Zach, mate. Yeah, sorry, we're still having that. I think you were with us on the last stream with TikTok. We're still having that issue with TikTok Studio, and I've been ill since Wednesday, so I've not had a chance to find a workaround, mate. But we will. It's only a short-term thing, but thank you for coming over. Appreciate it. I hope you had a good weekend. Where are you all? All the wood. I was expecting more, to be honest. We run a lot through that sawmill, but it's probably still trickling its way through. Purple, that's exactly what I'm doing now. But for just generally selling stuff every day, veg, animal product and that. I don't, just because I got bored. I keep going around the map. So that's why I put this selling point in the warehouse, like you saw me just shunting it. But like this, when there's a great demand, or when we're trying to do a constructible, like the museum or the playground, then I will take it. But for everyday stuff like eggs, can't be asked. Just can't be asked. So I oh sugar, I nearly went over the selling point then and lost it. Yeah, that's what I do. That box there, I appreciate the decoration, but my word, the amount of times I get caught up on it. Yeah, and I will get to that point. So at the minute, Purple, well, you've probably been watching long enough now to know that there's always something I kind of need, so I have to cash that in and, you know, use that money to buy something. We're now getting to the point on this save where I don't need to do that, right? So we can afford to start getting things to build up in the warehouse. I used to love it when we used to have a really full warehouse, but every now and then there was always something that come up. I need a new harvester or whatever. We're kind of getting past that point now, which means I can now start to save for a rainy day. But up until that point in this save, we've kind of just been having to sell stuff as and when we needed to fund something, especially because I was paying off that loan. So this warehouse was full a couple of weeks ago, but I paid off that £2 million loan, and we had to empty the warehouse to do so. So it's going to take a while to build back up again. Yeah, in an ideal world, that is what I would do. Um, Beverage Season 2, I'm undecided. For a little while, I was thinking about new map and dairy farming. I'm now considering doing that, but within this world. I'm not sure I'm ready to give up this world. I feel like there's still so much I haven't done. So, yeah, I'll see. I'm still undecided. I quite like the idea of this having all that history and it just keeps evolving. And then you always then got the tour videos, which I'm now doing, obviously, every year for in-game. Where before I wasn't that regular at doing it. To then, like, look back and see how it changed and everything. Welcome in, John. Yeah, we're having an issue with, I should have put something on the screen. On the last stream, for you, obviously not, but on the last stream, we had an issue with the TikTok studio software. It was killing my PC. I fired it up tonight before we went live, and it done the same thing. Like, one little pissy bit of software was taking up 50% of resources on my PC and making the game crap to watch. So we'll find a workaround, but for now, we're just on the two, I say just on the two platforms. What do people want, blood? Just on the two platforms. Amazing we got double figures on YouTube already, guys. I streamed on Twitch for about 2 years before I got double figures. And as for Twitch, guys, amazing to see so many of you joining us. Thank you very much. I hope you're having a good weekend. Thank you for choosing a little bit, spend a bit of your weekend with us. I love that there's palette colour variations. That's a really nice little realism touch. Right, Whitey. Is this the first time we've seen Whitey pull a trailer? I think it is, isn't it? Let's see what he's got coming up that hill from the playground. Well, it's better than Little D. The amount of stuff I used to ask from poor old Little D, that was never designed to pull trailer loads on the open road. I'm glad we keep that well and truly in the farm now. How's our, before I forget... So AI work is still going. No, let's sort you out. Bus driver's going to love... I'm going to go back to that other track and that bus driver's just going to be sitting there raging, isn't he? Oh well, mate. Oh well. To be fair, Whitey pulls pretty well. Like I say, coming up this bit with Little D, that was asking a lot when I had a full load of wood on the trailer. Never looked down that side of the river, just down that path. Sorry, getting sidetracked. Right, can you get up here alright? Do you remember Throaty McThroatface coming up here, guys? It used to grind to a halt, didn't it? So to be fair to Whitey, he holds his own. We might not be able to get rid of all of this here. We might have to use the other sell point. Yeah. Might be able to spin that right. Oh, it's a bloody dolly, isn't it? Looks like we're going to try and spin this round here. Then, Joel, you must be mad. I can't reverse this thing, so what choice have I got? It's never getting round there, is it? Hope this guy's got good buildings insurance, because I'm about to hit it. Brilliant. Brilliant! I knew this was going to happen. Oh, come on. Just pull his little old chain fence down. He ain't going to notice. Come on, Joel. This is not my best idea. It's definitely not my best idea. Come on. Balls. Balls to it. Bloody elfin. Might be in a spot of bother here, guys. Might be in a spot of bother. Come on, Joel. All because I can't reverse a dolly trailer. I will get that mod one day to fix the axle on it. Come on. Yes, go on. You can do it. There we go. Oh, Christ. We've now got our next challenge. Oh, I was so close to nailing that. Come on, you bugger. I was so close to nailing that. It's never dull. It's never dull. But it's got to be the strongest fence in the world, isn't it? It's got to be the strongest fence in the world. Come on. I don't even know what I'm stuck on at this point. Don't say the fence. I know it's the bloody fence. Right, there we go. That took long. Imagine going back to the boss. Where the frick have you been, Joel? Don't worry about it. It does seem like a really stupid selling point there, though, for people like me with no ability. There's not a lot of room to turn around there. Yeah, I've very rarely had to reset purple. Like, I am quite stubborn. I will quite happily make our audience watch for 10 minutes. Whilst I drag it out of that situation. need to landscape this exit at some point. Look at us with nearly 200 grand in the bank and no loans. Good job, Whitey. Good job. Alright, see what this AI work is doing. Anyone get up to anything exciting this weekend then? Sounds like a good day's work to me, Gareth. Did you have fun though, Purple? That's the main thing. Milked cows, washed the tractors, and then slept most of the day. Sounds like you earned that though, Finn. Been to the centre, I volunteer out of the bird of prey and flew my hawk about. Sounds good. Oh man, my last couple of days is catching up for me now. I felt I was just about well enough to do this when I started. But nearly, what, 2 hours in, I'm feeling lethargic. So apologies if I'm a bit quieter than normal, guys. Also don't work on Mondays, so need to get bed early. I've got to go back tomorrow after having a couple of days off sick, so I've got a load to catch up on, and I'm on training Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. And it's that type of training that like you're really grateful for, but it's really like it's going to be intensive, and there's an exam at the end of it and all that jazz. It's going to be really intensive. And obviously, for anyone who's got that experience, like when you have to take a load of painkillers and anti-inflammatories and stuff, it kind of just, I don't know, sedates you, numbs you a little bit, and like my brain is just not at max speed, right? Which is why when I saw like the TikTok studio issue was presenting again, I thought I just haven't got the energy to introduce a new issue into the mix and then have to apologise to people if we have to end that early and all that sort of stuff. Just it like makes you operate on like a couple of cylinders. And I'm not looking forward to start. Like, thing is, right, I've been waiting all year for this training, and now I hate myself because I'm not looking forward to it because I'm just unwell, right? And like I know it's going to be a real slog for me to learn when I'm in pain. Like it's just, I can't think of any worse situation than trying to learn when you're in pain because you're just distracted all the while. Oh, that sounds nice, Roger. I hope you enjoyed that quality time, mate. I hope you enjoyed that. I wish you all the best with that situation. Thank you for getting involved in the YouTube chat as well, guys. Like I say, the first stream is only our third multi-stream on YouTube. It's our first one with dedicated scenes, by the way, guys. So if you have subscribed on YouTube, you should see your name. If you're on the last like 20 people to do so, your name should be going on screen. But yeah, we the first one I think was like we averaged 9 viewers. The last one we averaged 11. Tonight we've been sitting here with double figures. That's awesome for a new YouTube channel with hardly any subs and that. Best weekend ever. Awesome. Thank you for sharing though, Roger, mate. I appreciate you sharing that with us. Thank you, Farmer T. You're doing grand work tonight, mate. I think you we got Dave over on Twitch, but thank you, mate. I will sort out a mod team for YouTube, guys, if this is now going to be the norm. I didn't want to ask people to sort of help prematurely, but it looks like people are enjoying the YouTube live, so I'll get a mod team in place. But for now, Mr. T, thank you for taking it upon yourself to welcome people in and everything. I appreciate that a lot. Guys, forgive me for leaning on AI a little bit tonight, but I'm going to need it for the 4 hours off the back of a rough week. For once, I'm not going to apologise for it, because that's kind of what I need to do tonight. Like, if I was on the ball, I'd be multitasking. I'd have another AI work in the other field that we just done. I just can't be asked. To be fair, we're just going to collect it all for silage anyway. I'll do it in a bit. I'll get another cup of tea in a minute. I might even put some sugar in it. I never have sugar in my tea or coffee. Josh, thank you very much for getting involved in chat, mate. I hope you're alright. Yeah, I'm alright. I just had a rough couple of days with pain, and I'm now getting a hangover from all that. When I have a flare, I have to, like, take all these extra meds, and I don't get to move as much as I should do, so I end up having, like, almost a hangover from it, and that's kind of where I'm at the minute. Ryan, thank you, mate. Appreciate you. By the way, guys, my shoulder is slowly, like, really slowly getting better since I stopped using the steering wheel. So, and I've stopped playing bass as well, because I think it was a combination of guitar and the steering wheel that was aggravating it. But so we'll be on controller for the foreseeable. Purple, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. That's the first time I heard a YouTube audio alert as well. Hopefully that little bell came across for you guys at home. So like I say, up until tonight, because I didn't know if we were going to stick with YouTube on the lives, I essentially just pumped out what we do on Twitch over to YouTube, right? But tonight, guys, you've got your own audio alert. You've also got your own subscription ticker along the bottom of the screen. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Sorry for the yawning. Tea fixes everything, yeah. It never makes anything worse. That's the way I see it, Vapor. Tea has never made anything worse for me. You heard the bell. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm trying, guys. I'm really trying. Like, I don't get a lot of time, right? Because I have a busy job in the NHS. I run a charity. Then I stream 12 to 16 hours a week on top of that. Got a young family, a dog is sick at the minute, and do you know what I mean? Like, life's hard sometimes. But I do try and keep edging it forward. So hopefully over time, it kind of all them little changes add up to a better experience. Don't really know what they're trying to achieve here. I'm trying to give you some decent shots, but I can't really read where they're going. They seem to like this corner though. What are they doing now? What are you blocked by? You're blocked by something you drove into. I ain't moving a parked trailer that you chose to drive into. That's on you. My word. I love that. It was almost like somehow my fault that I'd like left something in the middle of a field. We'll fire them, get someone else in and see if they do any better. This field has always had a bit of a weird AI setup. We'll see what this lot do. Blocked by an object that's miles off the edge of the field that they chose to drive into. I love seeing these fields when they've been cut. I don't know why. Same as when you're baling. Like, we're not going to be baling these, but I love it when fields are like covered with bales of straw or yellow and fields are green. It's like my part of the world, right? Where I live in real life with Norfolk. Right, let's start doing something, I suppose. Whitey, we're going to use you again, mate. You did such a good job pulling that trailer up the hill. I trust you. I trust you. Who knew that this little tractor that we bought, stuck thin tyres on, thinking it was going to live in the forest, until I didn't realise it had no front, like, connections. It's actually proven bloody useful. You've gone without the wagon though, Joel. You kind of do need the trailer, mate. That wasn't Whitey's fault. That was a picnic error. Beverage, I'm getting deja vu. Haven't we already had this conversation tonight? I'm sure I've answered that question already. It might be me. It might be me being ill. Sure, we already had this conversation. They're still up in the air. I was thinking to get a new map and doing dairy farming. I'm now thinking about doing dairy farming, but keeping this same save going. Yeah, no, I did say, I'm sure I said it in that answer, mate. But sorry if I weren't clear. But yeah, so the original plan was new map and dairy farming. And then, but I think as time has gone on, I kind of want to keep this save and this narrative, and we'll just morph the activities that we do on this farm. Like a farm would evolve in real life, right? Yeah, I love it, Finn. The amount of stick I got when I first got this, I had a couple of randoms, not like regular people, but randoms come in on the save. Well, you got that heap of crap for, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I got it because it was cheap and I didn't have it, and I'd like to try and get as many of the tractors as I can, right? And it was supposed to just live in the forestry area, and just, that's why I put the thin tyres on. It was just going to carry trailer loads of wood around, and it's ended up being bloody useful. I have no qualms about it at all. I think some people get, like, they confuse real life with the game. Like the sort of people that play Football Manager and then think their football team are going to go out and spend 100 million in a transfer market. IRL. Beverage, mate, I'm on a ton of painkillers and stuff, so chances are I just weren't very clear, mate. Sorry, I will work on my communication. But it's a little bit up in the air. I've got till November to decide. I'm definitely going to be doing dairy farming and forestry. I'll keep the forestry going because I enjoy that. I just feel like I've put so much time into this farm. I've got many more ideas for it. So my theory is, rather than start, as much as I'd love to do a new save, right? I'd love to do Saxclum. I'd love to do the old Scottish map. But I've got so many ideas still and things I haven't tried. It makes sense to do it in this world. Like this world where I started not even knowing which front end of the tractor the mower went on. It'd be nice to carry that on as we get more and more capable in this same world. Yep, that is the only thing when I bought it, Finn. I must admit, mate, I failed to spot that. I totally failed to spot the missing front linkage, and that's what pulled this out of the forest, and my Throaty McFruitface is now in there. Like, Throaty McFruitface is well suited in there. He's got the grunt to pull wood around. However, he turns like the Titanic, right? So the whole point of this and putting the little narrow tyres on and everything was it was almost going to be like, you know, like one of them look like grape tractors or something. It was just going to live in darting around the pines. But however, it's given Throaty McFruitface a new lease of life, because I must admit I just wasn't using him. He was ready to be retired to the tractor museum, which I've long, again, another reason, Beverage, why I'd like to keep the save going, right? Because I've talked since pretty much day one about never selling a tractor in this save and having a tractor museum on the field opposite the actual museum in Riverbend Springs. I just think it'd be a nice little touch. But yeah, Throaty McFruitface was all set to be our first entrance into that. And then, entrance, Joel. And then all of a sudden, he's got a second lease of life amongst the trees, bless him. I find it very therapeutic. This is great pain management, guys. Load up farming sim and just do baling or mowing or collecting grass. I can't see why I can't put this in that new open silo shed I got and compact it and cover it in there. I don't know why it has to be an open silo. I can't think why it'd have to be an open silo. I'm going to try anyway. Worst case scenario, I've lost a segment of that shed to grass. I haven't really got a lot of interest, Beverage, in the fishing. Same as I had no interest in trucks for the Mercedes expansion. It doesn't mean I think they're bad ideas. I'm all for it, right? You get lots of people on social media that just because it doesn't appeal to them personally, they then feel the need to slag it off. Like, it's all great content, right? I'm all for it. It's just for me personally, it doesn't really appeal. Doesn't mean I won't try it one day. And I think that's the beauty of this game. There's so many levels to it. You pick the bit that appeals to you, right? These people that rage about something coming out because it doesn't explicitly appeal to them, and therefore why should Giants be spending their time on it? It's a nonsense, because it's all content. It all potentially opens the game up to a new audience. The more people playing the game we love, the more of a future the game has. So I'm all for it. It's just, I don't know, just the fishing thing doesn't really appeal to me. When I think of farming, I don't think of salmon. It's just not, you know what I mean? It's just not. Unfortunately, Beverage, I think many of them don't, which is why you have the scary high suicide rates, which we've talked about a lot on here over the months. Without bringing the mood down too much, it's an important fact of life with farming. Whitey is doing a grand job at this, and he can turn better than Throaty McFruitface, which is handy. If you're new here, guys, all of our tractors have names, except for the Massey Ferguson, which I've not found an appropriate name for yet. Our old Agro Star Dutes Fair is Throaty McThroatface. The little compact yard tractor Dutes is Little D. This is Whitey. We've got the Beast, which is our forestry tractor. I snaked that in there a bit, didn't I? The game never seems to let you store as much in here as you'd like. There's some of them two big ones over there that are used for straw and hay. You never seem to get as much in here as you'd want to get in here. Let's try reversing up there. That's a bit better. Pass it up there. Clifford for the Massey. To be fair, that's probably the best suggestion we've had, mate, Clifford. Someone said Red Arrow. I quite like the one word ones. Because even Throaty McThroatface I just call Throaty now. Don't worry about that purple wave. It's all a learning curve. There'll always be something you got to buy. Oh yeah, JCB Dave, I'm not saying it isn't. I've always played this game based on what I've grown up in, right? In Norfolk. This is why you see me do sugar beet and pigs, and why I want to do maize for the cows when we start doing the dairy farm. That, like, salmon farming isn't really something Norfolk's known for. So I've just not got any links to it or affection for it. That really didn't hold a lot there, did it? It's like a trailer load. Welcome in, Rexy. I hope you're well. Let's just see if this does compact. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not recognising it as a silo at all. Because I'm not getting the information box. That can be uncovered, by the way. Actually, there's no point uncovering it until we've done with him. That's annoying. We might have to see if we can squeeze another silo in here then. Like, we can use it for storage. Actually, you could just move the grass from here to the silos. That's not a bad shout. We just move the grass from here to the silos when we want to when we got space to compact it. That's no issue. That's no issue, Joel. Yeah, Dave, I'm just discovering that, mate. It was in the shed section. But that's no issue, because what we'll do is when we get space in the silos, we'll just bring it over. If anything, it'll just look nice. Like, aesthetically, it'll look cool. It'll look like proper silage farmers. Right, let's go get another. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I need to take a break. I was thinking to myself I was getting thirsty. We'll just fill this trailer up. You can't get AI to collect this, can you? Presumably. No. I never tried because I always enjoyed picking up myself. Oh, I forgot to put the additive in. Have I even got any in store? Or have I run out? I've got some. I don't know where the hell it is though. Let's try and find that and then we'll finish. We'll go for a break. Don't know why I've only just noticed that's empty. I reckon there might be some in this shed, because they would have been in the other sheds that we got rid of. Can't see it, but don't mean it's not there. There we go. That's all we got. That can't be all we got. Oh no, we've got tons of it. Awesome. Awesome! Good old job. Purple, it sounds like that, like your gameplay sounds like watching me when I first started this. Just enjoy it. Don't worry about it. You only get to learn all that stuff once, so embrace it. Right, guys, I'm going to take a quick break, stretch, move, get another cup of tea and all that. Oh, I've never paused the game before. How did I do that? What did I hit? What did I hit? Obviously hit something on my keyboard. There we go. Awesome. I'm going to take a quick break, guys, stretch and move and everything. I'll be back in under 5 minutes and then we'll be here for another couple of hours, body permitting and all that. Please do let new people coming into chat know that I'll be back shortly. Please do keep the chat going. And if you're on Twitch, know that the only reason we run ads is because if not, Mr. Bezos would spam new people coming in for the next hour with a wall of ads, which we don't really want them to have as their first experience here. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Thank you for all your support. Really appreciate hanging out with you and everything tonight. And sorry I'm a bit low key, but I'm gradually getting up to speed, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I hope you can all hear me. I tried running TikTok Studio again, and now I can't see my game. I can see you can all see it. If you can just let me know in chat that you can see and hear me. Can you see me and everything? The screen hasn't froze or anything like that. I just might have to kill the game and come back in. Alright, I'm going to have to... Because all I'm getting when I switch to Farm Sim, I'm just getting a blank screen. It's my fault. I shouldn't have tried to... I tried one more time to get TikTok working. And yes, that bit of software is just screwed. Yeah, alright. So what's happened is, like, the screen, the previews are frozen on OBS, which is fine. That happens sometimes. But the game, when I tab into the game, I'm just getting a blank screen. I can hear the audio, but I can't see it. I can see you guys can see it. So let me just kill the game, guys. We wouldn't have lost much in terms of save. Apologies for that. I should have learnt my lesson. That's the third time I tried to make it work tonight. I should just quit while I'm ahead, right? I should just quit while I'm ahead. I'm just going to do a quick scene change to make sure OBS responds. Hopefully that's all coming across, guys. You got me in full screen now. Is OBS doing its thing? Yeah, it's perfect. Awesome. All right, cool. We'll get this game up and running. Sorry about the problems, guys. I learnt my lesson. That's the third time now tonight I tried it. It delayed. The first one delayed the start of the stream because it didn't work. Well, it did work. It just ground my computer to a halt. The second one I went to do and then thought better of it because I could see what direction it was going in. And then whilst I was in my break, I thought I'll try TikTok one more time. And yeah, TikTok Studio hadn't killed the game or anything. You guys could still see it, but it killed my ability to see it because it just hogged again. 544 hours now. At this point, I'm tempted to uninstall TikTok Studio. I don't want to see it again. Make me sick. And then we'll just use OBS. We'll set up a vertical canvas. We've done it once before. But thank you for your patience, guys, while I took a little extra time, tried to get that working, and I need a bit extra just because I'm a bit sore today. Right, we shouldn't have lost much. He says. Oh, God. That's right. For a second there, I thought, hang on. And then I realised that was because the AI work had finished there. Here we are. Here we are. We're awesome. And we got the solid additive in. Awesome sauce. Let's get it on. As Barry White once said. Thank you for the confirmation, guys. Thank you for your patience, etc. Great to see so many of you still with us, despite the extended midway break. But no, by me taking the break halfway through, guys, if you are new here, I used to do 2-hour streams because I'd get crippled up if I went any longer, but we now stream for 4 hours. One, because we've got a game that allows me to take it slower paced and I can use AI and everything. But two, because I make sure I go for a break halfway through and stretch and everything. Got another brew. Oh, sorry, Gareth. That's my bad. There we go. Sorry, guys. I forgot to change scenes. That was me. That wasn't my computer. So what's happened on my OBS, the preview screens are locked up on where they were when I was taking a break and tried to run TikTok Studio. So yeah, so I don't get that visual reminder when I'm in the wrong scene. But you should all be good now, guys. Your chickens have got red glowy eyes. That's worrying, isn't it? You must have heard me answer this question a million times by now, Beverage. Like, just do what you enjoy. Start with the base game. Don't bother with mods. And just start with grass. Cut some grass, bale it. Or get a chainsaw and cut down some trees. You don't need to, you got to remember, like, when you watch people doing, like, even me now, right, I'm up to over 500 hours, but the people you'll normally watch doing this have got thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in the game. And it can feel really intimidating, especially if you've got no farming knowledge. Like, I had very limited farming knowledge coming into this. But if you take it slowly and just only do what you enjoy, like, we'll get all the while where people come in chat and say, why don't you do it this way? Because I don't like doing it that way. And I'm doing this for fun in my spare time. So if I don't enjoy it, I'm not doing it. I had to go to about 16 weeks of therapy to learn that. Where literally the therapist got me to write down all the stuff I did. It's like, no, what don't you enjoy? And then we'd highlight them. Right, stop doing it then. Well, I can't. Why can't you stop doing it? Because I feel like I'm letting people down. Well, they're not you. It was brilliant, and I hated it at the time. It made me so uncomfortable. Because I used to do a lot of voluntary and charity stuff. And he was like, you know, if you got time for it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. It's stressing you out. Why are you doing it? If it's not your day job and it's not paying the bills, and it stresses you out, why are you doing it? And that's why I take that approach into this game. I love that we found use for this old tractor. I didn't think we would. Oh, my Xbox remote's gone off. There we go. I fixed my Stream Deck though, guys. So we've still got the issue with the controller. We've still got the issue of TikTok Studio, but we did fix the Stream Deck issue, which I had on the last stream. There was an update for it, and for whatever reason, I had a piece of software that was blocking it from being updated. So we've fixed that one. I'm gradually getting all these gremlins out of the system that I seem to have found the last couple of weeks. Right, we'll put you in the silo then. Oh, why am I so twitchy with this? It can't be the tractor. It's got to just be me, you know. I normally can reverse his trailer absolutely fine, but not tonight. To be fair, I ain't doing nothing right tonight. We'll blame the pain meds. It's like the playground incident all over again now. Mick, I was thinking about you. That's a little bit scary, isn't it? I was thinking back to your message earlier. That's a bit scary. Well, I think this is the benefit of when you don't take yourself too seriously, right? Like, I watch some streamers and they're like, because they consider themselves, and I get it, right? You must feel a lot of pressure when you become like an expert in that field. So I watch a couple of Football Manager streamers, and like people expect you to know everything about the game, and because that's their living, right? It's their 9 till 5, it's their job. But the trouble is that when you then put yourself in that position, it means when you make little stupid mistakes, it's very hard to laugh them off. So I always try and keep myself in a position where when I have nights like tonight, it's no biggie, because it's not unexpected. And I'm like not falling from some bloody height I've put myself on. Oh, I told you it's going to be chill tonight, guys. I'm glad we've got grass work to do because it kind of well matched for that. Green gold this is. We'll sell some silage off because we've got more than we need. A considerable amount. This is what I love now. These farmers now getting to that point where, like, need some money, sell off some milk. Need some money, sell off some silage. It used to be sugar beet, but we're now going to use all that up feeding the pigs over next year without a harvest this year. But then we've got obviously all the, you know, the lumber work and that. It's like all the allotments and the greenhouses and that are kind of just covering all of our costs. So all the stuff we make from silage, milk, forestry is what we get our new toys from. Love it. This cup of tea in me, wake me up a bit. Beverage, I played this game blind with no YouTube videos or guides or anything, so I had no idea there was money in greenhouses until I laid them. And even when I laid them down, I put 2 down. I think I had like tomatoes or something in them. It was only when I switched to lettuces that I realised lettuces made good money. So so in my defence, when I first done it, I didn't know it was a good move. I was just trying stuff. I wanted the aesthetics of a greenhouse. I quite like the idea of having a field of greenhouses at one point, and I actually rolled back on that idea because once I realised how easy it was, just put water in and get a shed load of product out, it felt a little bit too cheaty for me. So the greenhouses I put down, I stopped laying down anymore. So I think I've got like 4 plus a mushroom one. And admittedly, I have got lettuces in them at the minute. Could mix it up a bit, I suppose. But yeah, as soon as I realised they were a bit of a money maker, I didn't want to lean into it too hard. Because obviously this is a long-term save, and if the challenge goes, we've already paid off our loan. If it starts to become piss easy, then it's going to get very boring to watch. Anyone got anything exciting coming up this weekend? Then I told you I've got training this weekend, which is going to be a challenge for me. What you guys got going on in your worlds over next week? Working a couple of football matches. Bees are alright, but they're a bit of a slow turnaround beverage, I've found. But they require nothing, right? You literally don't have to do nothing. I believe, I've not tested it, but I believe you can increase your yield ever so slightly if you have bees near fields. I have them for aesthetics. Again, a bit like the greenhouses. A lot of my farm is... There's basically two things, right? If I enjoy doing it, I'll do it. Or if I think it makes the place a cozy, relaxing place to hang out in, then I'll do it. So, like, for example, greenhouses, allotments, bees, wildflowers, open silos, all that sort of stuff is because it's like the aesthetic I'm going for. Whereas pigs, goats, sugar beet harvesting, like that stuff is because I enjoy doing it, if that makes sense. Getting ready for our machinery auction next week. You're doing a lot of washing at the minute, Finn. Just press the button. Oh, Christ, I've stopped looking. Let me go back and get this bit. Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, Finn? So a reminder, guys, because one of the reasons why we're doing the live streams is it means that when we end the live, the full recording from tonight will be available straight after. So the minute we end the live, the full video will be up. Obviously, if you're familiar with Twitch, you only get 2 weeks where the VOD is available. We've had so many people that have found us mid-series asking if they could go back and watch, and I never thought we'd ever get asked that, right? So I never used to bother putting them on YouTube. But we've had so many people ask that I said, all right, well, if we start getting people watching on YouTube, then we'll do it, and we have done. So thank you for your support. So yeah, I'm putting them all in a series. So they're all in one place. They'll all have like the same thumbnail, so hopefully they're easy to recognise. Welcome in, Fair Shot. I'm good, mate. I had a rough couple of days with a flare and pain, and I've been a bit laid up. I'm a bit worse for wear and beaten up now, but I'm glad to be back on here. And I really missed the one regular stream, so it could have been worse. But I've been off work a couple of days, hoping to be back tomorrow. How are you? A lot of grass. Nice. That's always going to happen to me occasionally, mate. It's the nature of my condition and everything. It's just, it's never convenient. It's never convenient. Also doesn't help, like, because as this thing grows and we're present on a couple of platforms and that now, and it's great that people are enjoying it and like, but we're now starting to get that point where if I do miss a stream because of poor health, I guarantee the next day I've got a DM from some random who I never spoke to before. They'll be like having a pop that I didn't show up, and it's really hard to bite your tongue. Just like, because especially if they're not on Twitch, right? Because on Twitch I'm called Joel vs Arthritis. The backstory's all there, and I'm always open about it. Had a couple of messages like that this week, which I could have done without. But that's the nature of the beast, I suppose. We reach more people, we're able to help more people, but it does also mean people come to like rely or expect it, and just nature of my condition. Christ, I can't even make promises to my son, so I sure as hell can't on a Twitch schedule. I laugh, but it's a depressing reality. Feels like ages since we compacted some chaff, guys. Don't know why they call it chaff, just grass. Sticking it in a silo shouldn't change what it is. So yeah, we get to do that tonight. We better sell some silage off because we've got bloody tons of it. Thank you, Ryan, mate. You're looking after me tonight. You're a good un. Welcome in, Tad. I hope you're well. Don't forget, if you are getting the game, guys, DLC, season passes, base game, use our partner code on farming-simulator.com. Then it helps us get access to things a bit earlier. Some like early access stuff, a seat at the table, etc. Obviously, we also get like a cup of coffee out of that as well. It's not a lot, but it's something. But ultimately, the main reason for it is the more our community uses that, the more giants involve us. It won't be the cheapest place you can find it. It never will. Tatted, you're asking the wrong person, mate. I'm 540 hours into this, all streamed online since November. So if I weren't enjoying it, I think I'd be clinically insane by this point. Daisy, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, just to make it really clear, mate, you're asking someone who's very biased, right? Because I am a one-game streamer these days. I didn't used to be. I used to be a variety streamer. I used to stream stuff that had multiplayer that my community could join me in and everything. And then I discovered this game and thought it's perfect for what we do here, which is about using games to distract and escape, and then trying to provide a community around it. So if people want to enjoy this game, they haven't got to do it in isolation, right? They can have me on in the background, or they can play with these awesome folks in our Discord, etc. So yeah, this is all I stream, mate. And this save, I've done all of it on stream. Yeah, it depends what your vibe is, right? Because it's very chill, and for us, where we're a community of people that use games for switching off and escapism, it's just perfect. I was streaming Fall Guys and Minecraft, and it was really hard for me to have conversations around distraction and isolation and mental health while I'm stabbing something or like doing some high, fast-paced timed run on Fall Guys or whatever. Thank you for the follow, mate. Really appreciate it. All right, Joel, seen you a few times on my TikTok feed and decided to stick you on the TV while feeding our newborn. Well, congratulations on the new arrival. And, yeah, thank you. We would normally be live on TikTok, but TikTok Studio at the minute is destroying my PC, and I don't know why. I've tried 3 times tonight to go live. It's not happening. On the last stream, we had to end the TikTok live early because TikTok's... I haven't got a sluggish PC, right? You can look at my specs on the About section of the Twitch channel. The TikTok Studio decides it wants to, like, literally hog every available resource at the minute, and it's killing my streams. And I can't have one platform take it down for everyone else, especially when we basically were founded on Twitch. So yeah, I will sort that out, but for now, me and TikTok Studio are not friends. But thank you for finding us on other platforms, mate. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that's one of the other things I try to do, is show that people they can play games and have fun regardless of their skill level. I've had far too many bad experiences with endgame content because I got disability or I need more breaks. Spent 10 years playing Destiny, only ever completed 1 raid because people wouldn't have patience for me. I couldn't find a group of people that would understand that I'd need breaks and everything. Or I got kid, and do you know what I mean? So for me, it's about showing people it doesn't matter. Even if you're terrible at a game, if you're having fun, that's all that matters. It's literally all that matters. And anyone else will tell you otherwise can go to hell. Get fed up with seeing my feed being full of people making you feel inferior because you're not top 10 this or that. Just have fun. If you're having fun, it's worthwhile. It's like me. I've been a bang average guitar and bass player for years. I've been fortunate enough to tour the country in bands. And I'm absolutely bang, bang, bang average, but I have fun doing it, so that's all that matters. Right, you're done. Let's get back to old matey boy here. No. No worries, Tat. I'm glad you found us, mate. It's mainly been the clips on TikTok. I've seen. Yeah, well, to be fair, Daisy, I was posting clips on TikTok for about 8 months before we went live. We've only been going live on TikTok the last couple of months. It feels like a lot longer, but we only started in the summer. For me, TikTok is about the clips. It always has been. I don't enjoy going live on TikTok. I find it too fast-paced. Like, you know, we're trying to create this vibe, like I was just talking about, right? Of being relaxing and low, like, barrier to entry and all this sort of thing. And obviously TikTok is constantly trying to ram matches and competitions and gifting down your throat. And that's not what we're about. I've always sort of said, like, everyone's viewership is enough. Like, anything else is a bonus, but ultimately, if we reach people and they enjoy it, or they have us on in the background like a radio to keep them company at night, then done my job. And unfortunately, it's quite hard. That platform is not that at all. So for me, it always primarily will be about the clips. I'm glad you're enjoying them, mate. We had, I think, something like 2.6 million views of our clips on TikTok, which blows my mind. Any plans for Halloween? Well, you say that, mate. I've got the charity I help run has got their annual fundraiser at the end of October, and I haven't given it any thought whatsoever. And actually, I'm in Madrid and get back on the Saturday, and the date for that is on the Sunday, so I'm going to be very tired. So there will be something. I will be doing a charity stream. I don't know how. Like, last year I done 12 hours, I think. I don't think I'm going to have the capacity to do that this time when I'm like, my son wouldn't have seen me for a week. It feels really unfair to then sit on Twitch the next day for 12 hours, right? But I'll try and do something. Exactly that. I'm basically Norfolk's Graham Torrington. Exactly that, Daisy. But that is like, that is it. It's so stupid, right? We've got lots of kids in here, and I almost sound really old when I say I'm happy to be your radio, but it's kind of what we go for. You know, apart from the odd rant at the AI or something, I try to keep it fairly, like, monotone and not too much. Like, even when I get angry at the game, I try to, like, keep the audio balanced and not have too many, like, surprises, right? And that's the whole point. TikTok clips is how I found the stream. Thank you, Pat Wave. It's lovely to know where people found us from. Yeah, we've always struggled with the lives. Like, at the minute, TikTok Studio is the issue, but we've always struggled to make the lives work. We've got a wonderful group of people over there that have helped us rein it in and sort of get a JVA community feel over there on the lives, but as a streamer, it's really hard because they're constantly basically saying, you need to do this, and you need to do that, and you need to do this competition and this match, and you need to opt in for that, and you need to sell products, and it's just not me. It's never what I've done this for. Like I've always said, like, I'm an accidental streamer. I didn't have any desire to be in front of a camera. It made me nervous for a long while. I do it because I felt like there was an unmet need, which was people were playing computer games to deal with their pain or mental health or whatever it was. But by doing that, they were escaping and distracting, but they were doing it in isolation. And my idea was I could do it with them. And like almost like a hand-holding thing where we don't have to do this shit alone, because that's what I'd have been doing it every night, sitting up here playing on my own, if not. And like, I wish TikTok would just let us be when we do the lives. Just stop hassling me to complete certain objectives. And because they like keep telling you, you've got to get people to like. Well, I don't want to keep hassling people to. I just want them to relax. Me constantly setting goals is not what we're about. Like, but unfortunately, that's how that platform works. So for me, it'll always be about the clips, Purple and Daisy, because they're the things that are done really well traditionally on there. Thank you so much for the follow, Code Arts. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the follows tonight, guys. We had loads in the last couple of days whilst I've been laid up and ill, so that's been nice as well. I tried to read out everyone on Twitch at the start of the night because, yeah, there was genuinely a hell of a lot of new follows on Twitch over the last couple of days while I've been offline, so I appreciate you. Redbeard, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing, mate? Guys, welcome in the raiders. Welcome in Redbeard, guys. If you haven't checked out Redbeard's stream, go do so. I hope you're well. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. What a wonderful thing. So, guys, I missed Friday night stream. I've been laid up in a world of pain the last couple of days. Came on here tonight because I needed to do something. I was going to go insane just focusing on the pain. So thank you so much. What a lovely lovely thing to have happen. I hope you're good. Welcome in, Miss Cheddar. Great to see you. I hope you had a good stream, mate. I don't really know how much more I can fit in here. I'm probably taking the piss at this point, but we'll keep going with it. I hope you're good, guys. If you're new here, Cookie, thank you so much for the follow. If you're new here, my name is Joel. I stream normally on Tuesdays, Fridays and Sunday nights, but that is always health permitting. And I exist here to basically show people that you can use computer games for escapism and distractions, whatever you're dealing with in life. And you don't need to be good at it. You just have to have fun. And as long as you're having fun, then who gives a damn what your skill level is. And this comes from a place, somebody who's played computer games my entire life, including when I was a kid in hospital. You can see documentary film that was made by WebMD last year about why I stream and why it doesn't come naturally to me, but I do it because I feel like there's a need. Links there in chat, guys, if you're on Twitch. And yeah, ultimately I try to be people's company, people's background noise. I don't care if people aren't active in chat, as long as they're getting something from it, then I feel like I've done my job. But welcome in all, welcome in. And everyone keeps telling me I should make a video for that when people raid, but that feels really impersonal. That's not kind of what I'm about. So for the regulars, you just have to keep hearing me sound it 8 or 9 different ways. I think we picked everything up, guys. I'm pretty sure I'm driving across these fields for no reason now. I think we've got it all, but the mist has impeded my eyesight. That and the fact I'm over 40 years old now. But I think we've got it all. We have got it all, and we clearly got it all. Right, about turn. Right, that's all the grass collected. We'll do some compacting now, guys, and get that covered. Lovely old job. I should have said, guys, if you're new here, I've been playing this since Farming Simulator 25 came out back in November. We started this save on launch day. I've streamed pretty much every minute of it. I don't do YouTube guides. I don't Google anything. I've learned it all on the fly, which has meant I've spent a lot of hours wasting money and doing stupid things whilst I worked it out. But it's been the most rewarding experience I've probably had in gaming as an adult. Yeah, this is the farm we've built in that time. So it's 545 hours probably at this point. Yeah, one save. It's the only save I've ever had on Farm Sim. I don't play it in my spare time because I think by only doing it on stream, it keeps it fresh. Hopefully my passion for it comes across. But yeah, this is what we've done with 500 and, well, nearly 550 hours. Tonight we put in 2 new sheds. We got rid of some pigs. We're putting a couple of new sheds to expand our sort of silage grassworks operation. Yeah, I get people tell me all the while, Purple, about combining them, but I don't like doing that because at the minute they're grass fields, but come another month or two, maybe we've got cattle on them or we're doing something different. So I like having the option of the fields. And we're not, the whole mass farming thing is not really what we're about. I know the farmer's growing, right? But it's kind of not what we're about. It's the same as this forestry setup I built. I was originally going to put it all on this field as well. And I thought, well, no, I kind of want to keep it micro. So that's what we do. Thank you, Redbeard. Appreciate you. I spend more time, basically, they call me Bob Ross on here in the Twitch community anyway. I seem to spend more time with a paintbrush in my hand than a steering wheel of a tractor, but I enjoy that side of it. We're trying to create a place where it's actually just fun to hang out and switch off in. We've got people in our community that doesn't have access to the outside because of maybe disability, or people who live in places where they don't have access to gardens. And so I'm always trying to spend sort of like split my time between the farming bit and the build, so that when we're spending our time in here 12-16 hours a week, at least we're going round somewhere that feels relaxing and nice to hang out in. That's the plan anyway. Right, let's do some compacting. Always fun. Zero skill or art to this. You just give it full beans. Full beans and send it. I've filled this quite high, but I'll be fine. It's basically my catchphrase on this save. It'll be fine. Guys, remember we're going out on YouTube now, so at the end of every stream you'll be able to see the stream in full on our YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you for everyone who's been joining us on these. It's only our 3rd live on YouTube, so thank you for all the people that support us over there. Twitch will always be our home and our bread and butter, but it's nice that we're able to reach a different audience. I think it depends how you play as well, right, Ryan? Like, if we got people in the community that like doing that massive, like, North American kind of approach to farming, like huge fields, and, you know, it's like North Dakota and that, where you have like massive farms and that. Whereas if you're in the UK, you're used to things being all nooks and crannies and compact, right? So I think it depends as well on what your experience of these things are and what you're brought up around, because very much most of what I build in here is built on what I see around me, you know. Yes, that was me, Codarch. So every time I get people criticise me for not loading more neatly, I was like, I can't be asked. I didn't play this game to piss about with pallets. So yeah, that was me. It's nice to know that some people watch them or see them. Yeah, that's me. So this all started on Twitch. Just to give you some context, I started streaming on Twitch in 2021, doing the real serious advocacy stuff, building the chronic illness community. And we were doing Minecraft, we had SMPs, we were doing Fall Guys, basically anything where there was multiplayer involved, because I thought that's what I needed to do. Like, I had to create spaces for people to play, and that was fun, and it was really fun, but it was fun for like a really small, tight-knit group of people, and I worried that it was either not broad enough to help people en masse, or it could almost be a little bit intimidating, right? If you've got 8 to 10 really close friends, it was quite hard for people to enter that world, and I got lots of messages from people, so I'd like to play, but I don't really, you know, it felt like clicky, I suppose. Not by design, it was just, it got that way. And I spent so long managing bloody Minecraft SMPs that by the time it came around to streaming it, I had no interest. I was like bored, I was tired of like dealing with bans and bugs and patching, and so I told everyone in November that this game was coming out in like 2 weeks' time. I've bought the season pass. I'm going to go to be a single game streamer, and I'm going to play a solo save, and I'm going to commit to it for at least a year. And I think that shocked a few people. But back then we had 300 followers on Twitch and we had no TikTok. And then that's all changed from what, one decision. Hello, mate. Found you recently and I love what you're doing, pal. Thank you so much, Alf, over on YouTube. Have you on while I'm sorting out work stuff for tomorrow. Well, we are here on Sunday nights by design, mate. We tend to be here Tuesday for midweek, kind of, you know. I can't make Wednesdays, but the idea was like hump day, kind of check in with people. Friday nights is a bit more of a social, and you get a more Larry version of me, or about as Larry as I get. And then Sunday nights, because I find myself on Sunday nights, right, achieving nothing. Like, I literally achieve nothing because I'm worrying about the next day. I'm worrying about work. I'm worrying about what's on my week to-do list. And I thought, well, if I need to play games on a Sunday night to switch off, maybe other people could benefit too. So that is one of the reasons why we're here on a Sunday night. Thank you for being a part of our third YouTube live, Alf, as well. Appreciate that. My word, this has taken some compacting. I think I put too much in this one. Never mind, it's therapeutic. Do feel like we're not really getting anywhere, though. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Two seconds, guys. I'm going to see if my other half's around to bring me a drink. I'm bloody thirsty. Right. I feel like I've put too much in here to be able to compact it. I feel like it's one step forward, 2 steps back. We'll persevere for a bit longer, because this isn't a bad task, it's quite fun. Purple, Ryan, I love you seeing you talking amongst yourselves in chat. I always love them streams where I can just leave you guys to it. Thought he was my spirit animal. Well, the thing is, Code Arts, because I'm coming at this game very late, right? I think people appreciate that slightly different angle. Like, I've got no IRL farm experience. My granddads both worked on farms, but I didn't. I'm coming to the game massively late when most content creators have been doing this since 2020 sort of time. And I think I call it as I see it, right? As almost like an outsider. Like, exactly, mate. I've put this on, and to be quite honest, I've forgotten about all the stress I have coming this week. Well, that's awesome, mate. That makes my day, mate. That's why I do it, right? Because I have a busy day job. I also run a charity, and then I have to squeeze in 12 to 16 hours of this during the week with a young family as well. And sometimes I feel very guilty. I feel like I don't get to put my son to bed as much as I'd like, and I don't get to be as present as I'd like, and I'm always busy and stressed. But then when we get those sort of comments, mate, that's exactly why I do it. Sorry to hear that, mate. I come from a family of builders, but I've got a long-term health condition, so I was never going to contribute to the family business. Well, we got it to 50%. It is going up. It's just painful. We'll keep persevering. This is the most I've ever loaded one of these small silos, so that's probably part of it. It is going up, though. Yeah, we're getting there, we're getting there. Oh, you're a star, thank you. So I've got a killer headache. Shout out to Nia Cheeks, stroke Mama Mod for keeping me hydrated. If anyone who lives in long-term pain in our community will know, right? So I've had a flare for the last 4 or 5 days. I've been in agony. It's been mentally testing. But you do lots of things that you wouldn't normally do, right? So you clench your teeth. You maybe don't eat as much. You maybe don't drink as much. All that sort of like little self-care stuff goes out the window. Then you take extra pain meds, and that leaves you with headaches when you stop taking them. And there's all this sort of stuff happens, and like, if you're not careful, that stuff can suddenly become a bigger bloody problem than the original cause. So remember to check in with yourself, guys, if you've had a flare, if you know what I mean, if you've got an autoimmune condition or something. And remember to sort of reassess, alright, what did I stop doing over the last couple of days that I need to get back to doing? So like today, I've not walked enough, I've not moved enough, I've not even took my poor old dog. It's like trying not to forget those like little things that keep us well in them periods when we're not well. Which is why I try and get back to streaming, because if I don't, this is my socialisation, right? Hanging out with you guys is my social life, as sad as that sounds. So it's remembering to do the things that keep you well, even when you're not. Hey, I'll put that on a t-shirt. Code Arch, we are clearly one and the same. Because I do grass work, compacting, all that stuff. That sort of, like, almost metronomic, is that the word I'm looking for? That sort of, where you can kind of go into zombie mode and really empty your head. Like, I'll find myself apologising sometimes just from, like, a content point of view, but really I don't care because I'm enjoying it, right? And that's been my whole thing. Since this game series started, it's been like, if I don't enjoy it, I'm not doing it. I don't care what anyone in the audience asks. I know it sounds really selfish, but I spent too long streaming what I thought other people wanted. And not what people were asking me, just things I thought people wanted, right? So when I first started streaming this, the amount of pressure I felt to do a multiplayer server, because loads of people wanted to play, and I thought, you know what, I don't miss that whole having to manage all that. I just get to come on here and do what I like, and I don't have to worry about other people. Like, I know that sounds really selfish when you put it like that, but it was ruining my enjoyment of playing computer games. That's the problem. 78%, we're getting there. I just really filled this bugger. This is like to the brim. Brim full of chaff. On a 45. Show my age with that song reference. Yeah. And I think for me, my focus is on like the community and the chat and the start and the conversations, right? So it just took me a while to like allow myself to say, you know, that's enough, Joel. Like, you know what I mean? If you can build a community and get people talking and people find it relaxing, that's enough. You don't have to be laying on free servers. You don't have to, because when I was doing the Minecraft thing, it's cost me 50 quid a month just in server costs alone, let alone all the time managing and that. And like I say, then by the time it came to streaming, I was exhausted. I had no time to stream. I used to cancel nearly every other stream. So this, I could just get lost in, and I don't really plan my content. I just whatever I feel like I'm in the mood for. I'm so glad you found us. Big shout out to Redbeard for connecting us. Guys, if you haven't, I don't think we did a... Hang on 2 seconds. I don't know what mods are with me tonight, so I don't know if you got a shout out or not. No, let me do a shout out to Redbeard. Sorry, guys, I'm a bit low on mods tonight. No, that didn't work. Yes, it did work. Awesome. Guys, if you haven't gone and followed Redbeard, go give him a follow. Sorry, that was the world's latest shout out. My bad. Yeah, I don't think base game you can use TMR for anything else. Daisy, it's a hard one, right? Because I'm still early in my farm sim journey. IRL, I grew up loving Massey Ferguson's. No reason why. I just saw lots of them in the fields around me when I was a kid in Norfolk. So in real life, I'd pick a Massey, but in this game, I've been loving my Duke's Fairs just because that's what I've had exposure to. I find them good value for money. Thank you, Mick. That's the other thing I love about this game, right, guys? I streamed for nearly 4 years, and I never felt like a streamer or part of the community. I had no network. I didn't know who to raid. I didn't really do raids. I had some bad experience raiding when I went into 2 different streams and people saw my username and laughed, and you can imagine how that makes you feel in front of your own community. And this game has like connected me with so many other streamers. I love it. That I know, you know, if I ever did have a question or needed a hand or something, or what to do like a charity thing, I've now got this like pool of awesome people that I can go to, and like I'm very grateful for that. Oh, we're 100%. We're 100%. Finally. Spent all that time and it just suddenly crept up on us. The improvements they made to silage in this game looks awesome, doesn't it? They're still not perfect, but I think they've done a lot of work on it. And I love now this is a couple of years old now, so you've got all like the leftover stuff, like bits of straw and bits of grass and chaff, and that's how it would look. Oh man, I'm hoping this headache goes away with fluids. All right. We can pretty much sell this entire silo here, but we've got so much silage. Sugar beet's going to be a problem because it's the first year we didn't plant any. So the pigs are going to have to go without sugar beet soon. Right, that's the grass done. That's the silage done. Animals are fed. We spent 4 streams in April, and all of a sudden May has... I thought May was going to be really busy, and it isn't. We could do some forestry stuff. See if we've got any jobs that need doing. I don't know why it keeps saying field 6 needs ploughing. There's a bloody grass field. What does it need ploughing for? I suppose we could plough it and then just reseed. I just can't be asked. I don't plough anymore anyway since precision farming come in. I just use all-in-one cultivator, direct drill, seeders or planters. We're sitting on nearly 200k, guys, and we're paid off our loan. What's happened here? I'm suddenly profitable. Yeah, I've been welcomed with open arms, Code Arts, considering how late to the party I am, right? I've been really welcomed with open arms. Gareth, I think it's too late, mate. It's May. I think you have to plant sugar beet in April and March. Let me just check. Yeah, we missed a window for planting sugar beet. So we saw none on the map. So I thought, oh, I'll wait till May and there'll be someone's planted and we'll just buy the field. And no one did. No one did. Silver, thank you so much for BF. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate you. Guys, loads of follows tonight. Thank you so much. I do want to have a go. Now we've got money and I can afford to buy the equipment, right? Because let's be honest, that was the big blocker in the past. I really want to have a go at maize. Ignore it says corn. I'm giving it to cows. It would be maize. So we do still potentially have time for corn. I can't say that word without... I'm just going to have to get used to it. There is always going to be a corn reference. So we have still got time to plant that, because I would like to give it to cows, because I'm pretty sure cows... Well, cows do eat it in real life. They must eat it in farm sim. Let's have a look. Because I could do... I've never done forage. You know when you cut it early, don't you, to basically... I don't know what that entails. I've never done it in the game. But that feels like a new learning curve for me to freshen it up a bit. Grow some corn, get a forage harvest to work out what the frick I'm doing. Welcome in from Portugal. Always loved Portugal as a kid. Portugal was always like my second national football team. Welcome in, Zach. I hope you're well. Yeah, so I must admit, corn is one I've been playing with because I'm pretty sure I can cut it for forage and then give it to the cows. I don't know exactly how that works. I just know that's what happens in real life. My granddad was a cowman. Silage. I think it goes as silage when you do that. I don't know. Zach, I'm alright, mate. I'm a bit under the weather, but I'm alright. Yeah, that's the plan thing. So I want to get more cows as well. But I don't know how it works yet. But that's the whole fun of doing this stuff blind, right? You get to try new stuff and you get in a bit of a pickle, but then you work it out. I mean, keeping an eye in case there's any, like, forage harvesters come up. Yeah, presumably. Let's have a look. So you get a forage harvester and you get a corn header. See, look at me, I'm learning. Jesus Christ, we need to earn a few more quid first. That class is nice, isn't it? Forage harvesters produce the indicated crop types. For forage harvester work, it all needs a header. So then there's going to be a corn header here, presumably. They normally look a bit spiky. There we are, hang on. See, look, I know what I'm looking for, I just don't know all the technical names. Please do corn. not calling it corn, it's maize. The hell is that? The hell is that? Hell, man, that looks aggressive, doesn't it? That looks like it's unfolding into some badass. Yeah, we'll need a bit of money before we can do that then. Clearly. But yeah, that's something to try. Let's just see if there's any fields that have got it in, because we could buy the field now. We can't buy the equipment yet, but we could buy the field. So no one's planted sugar beet and no one's planted corn. What sort of bloody agricultural area is this? I suppose there is time for us to do it ourselves. How much they want for this? 140k. What have they got in here? Red beet. Oh, it's already planted. Oh, Walter's already planted in here. I never had red beet. Never done red beet. What's in here? Parsnips. Oh, parsnips. So I'm trying to keep getting stuff that's close to our farm, so I ain't got to go out miles that way. What is this here? How is this farmland? How is this farmland? Apparently 17 and 18 is farmland. Farmland my ass. What am I doing with this? You stick animals on it, surely. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. I can't see when these buildings without looking in it for a collectible. But yeah, all that's going to be good for us. Animals, surely. Oh, hell, does that include all of that? Hang on. Oh, wow, it goes all the way up there. Okay. But yeah, there's going to be animals. Welcome in, Unknown. It's been rough, mate. I've been in a lot of pain, but this is the best part of my weekend so far. So, that's not entirely true. I went to a mate's party yesterday. I was just in a lot of pain, but I had a lot of fun. But yeah, this is the best part of my day because I really struggled today. So if I want this farmland, does this house come with it? But yeah, this is only going to be good for putting bloody... I suppose you could do like a bee farm or something. I'm just trying to think what you could do with these two little pathetic strips of land. I say pathetic, right? If someone gave me this in real life so I could grow some crops and have a few goats and that on, I'd be over the moon. But in terms of this game, they're pathetic little bits of land. But you could put animals on it, I suppose. I have to have a think about these two, 17 and 18, because they're funny little plots. I could sell these buildings, obviously. Yeah, we could put like horses on here one day or something. Right, what else does that leave us with then? So that's got parsnips on, that's got red beet. Sorry, I'm yawning, guys. That was always going to happen. No, I was talking about the barn, Daisy, when I said that, not the house. Yeah, that house will just sit there, won't it? But these big old barns. Right. What's this going up? Is this wheat? No. Wheat. That's a big old field, isn't it? You'll get bloody weeding, Noah. What you doing on, man? There's more wildflowers in here than wheat. So is that playground up there, look. They look like a bloody shipyard. What the hell is the bright greens? That's spinach. Yeah. Bright yellow sunflowers. My son wants me to grow sunflowers in this game. The other thing we could look at is starting to think about if we want to buy a business or not, but it doesn't really fit into the narrative of what I'm doing here. Thank you, Firebia. Appreciate you, mate, for looking after me. Got a cracking headache. I've been drinking like a fish tonight and that still isn't working. So, right. Hold up. There's grass on this, so we could harvest the grass and then put maize in here. We could do that. It's kind of the wrong side of the river because my original plan was to buy up these fields up here. But it feels silly ripping up the crop that's been planted. I don't want to grow past it because I need to work out how the hell I get them back. And what's going on this one? Is that just lime? No? What's growing in here? Cotton? Oh, Christ, I didn't even dip my toe into that. Carrots. Just don't want to buy like a field that's miles away. I like everything being close together at the minute. Don't know why we've got jazz music on. Bloody hate jazz. Yeah, I don't know if I want to mess around with anything over the river, to be honest. I'll just do my head in. So this has got nothing in it. It's a bit of a trek. It's a bit of a trek, but this we could try have a little stab at putting some maize up in here in field 20. So if we just show you our farmland so far, it's a little bit disconnected. Supply lines won't be good, but stretched old supply line, but I reckon we could give that a go. Oh, this massive old field is unplanted as well. Bet that's worth a bomb though, isn't it? $500,000, 568k. It's a bloody crap field though. Look, the field alone is 16 acres. 23 acre. Oh, you get all this headland with it. Let's go check that shed out. You get all this headland with it as well. 568k though. Watching my AI drive about and they knocked over a sign. I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, to be fair, the AI is about the only thing that rivals my ability to knock down signs. That's definitely not just you, Ryan. Definitely not. You could fit a fairly decent pasture on this top headland here. Oh no, there's a bit of a blocker you can't go past. You can go up there, look. Yeah, you could fit a decent pasture. You could clear some of them trees. Don't look like a dead end. Is this a bloody Truman show? Well, that's a pipe dream, Joel. I don't know where you look at this field. You can't afford it. Even field 20 is nearly £250,000. Alright, I think we just have to accept we're not doing sugar. Well, sugar beet, that ship has sailed. Hang on, if we want to do maize, when does it have to be planted? Yeah, it has to be planted this month, or not at all. Just seems a shame to buy a field and rip out what is already in there. So it needs to be something that's sort of ready and waiting, to be honest. I don't want to be going all the way down now. I cannot be asked. Right, we'll leave that one for now. Right, let's see what the distributor needs. We haven't looked at that for a while. Seeds. To be fair, it's fine for seeds. We could chuck some slurry in it. Fertilizer production could do with some manure, but we got rid of the pigs, so we're probably going to have to wait a little bit for manure. We're all good on that front. Hell, we're out of space on the old liquid fertilizer. It's got that 500,000 litres in. We could put some of that in the distributor then. Lime, I ain't worried about you. Alright, slurry to the distributor then. We can do that. That's one job we can do. Oh, and we do a little mix up here as well, I reckon. Yeah. Let's have a little mix up. Mix up, look sharp. Oh, I could have took a bit more, hang on. Must just got to the end of the pallet. Oh, she's thirsty. There we go. Oh, bloody hell, my remote turned off again. So I'm now going to be totally overloaded with bloody hay. I might be able to just about make it work. Got to transport some more straw in here as well. Yeah, we totally balls this up. I put far too much feed in, I got carried away. Can't unload that bugger either. What dipstick? What dipstick? Pretty sure I can't unload it. Nope. I think the way I'd done it before is I took it to that barn. Took it to that barn, unloaded a bit, and give myself enough space to rectify it. What a tool! I just got carried away. Story of my life. Don't think it's going to be enough room, but we'll try. Actually, I know it's not going to be enough room. Bloody hell. I've always accidentally put too much hay or straw in. I've never accidentally put too much bloody mineral feed. What a tit. Put too much mineral feed in, Alf, so it didn't come out of its state of forage. So the only way to do it is unload it, make enough space to dilute it. So I should be able to pull it back now. Just to dilute that mineral feed and get that into green. Here she comes, here she comes. Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't quite get enough. So, look at that. That's like a sliver. You bugger. Yeah, so everything needs to be green, ultimately, but I went a bit crazy and put far too much mineral feed in. And then I couldn't dilute it enough with the hay, straw and the silage. But the workaround I found for that, because that'll be forage then, you see, rather than TMR in your wagon. So you unload a bit into this barn. That's what I use this barn for. I use it for overspill for hay, straw and forage. No idea what I'm going to do with all the forage in here. But I basically unload it in here. I didn't see it come up with the prompt. Where's the prompt? What's going on? Why is it not giving me the prompt? Can't be full. No. So it's got 200,000 litres of hay in here. 46,000 litres of straw, but obviously I chuck some forage in there as well. I tell you what, we could put it in one of them empty, that's what we could do. Put forage in one of my new empty sections. And then if I ever need a little bit of makeup, was about to put a little makeup, get out of here. Can I unload it here? Surely I can. Here we are. Do you need to put feed in? No, you don't, mate. Just like increased yield kind of thing. If that makes sense. So we use this bin for forage. We've got one for leftover grass. We've got a bin for straw, bin for hay, bin for grass, bin for forage. Perfect. If I go side on and shoot it in here now, it's always a bit tricky putting this in here, but. Bingo. What's his name, oh? Should we do that again, Joel? I don't know why I put so much bloody feed in it. Absolute idiot. But there we go. So. What happens if I now try and pick this back up? Now everything's reset to 0. So I'm just doing a bit of an experiment here. Oh, it's going in as hay. I magically turned forage into hay by putting it in there. Winner, winner. That's alright, isn't it? That you're right. Magically turned it into hay. Yeah, I much prefer it this way, Alf. Especially if you've got a machine like this. It's awesome. Not like the silage bales I see around my way. I like them real small farm setups, some small dairy, you know, maybe have like just a few head of cattle for dairy sort of thing. Any sort of the bigger farms, they tend to, just what I see from my dog, right? There's no expertise going into this. They tend to do the silage on this on a bigger scale like this. But I can't reach him under there, can I? Forget you anyway, you caused me enough problems. Oh, we can't reach that. Okay, stop you there. This is Joel's TMR kitchen. I like the mess of it. I like how it looks. I just enjoy it. There's from hay in. We might as well use this over here. Now we know it's hay. Lovely old job. And then you'll see now, alpha says total mixed ration. When you're mixing it, it says forage. Once it goes to total mixed ration, you know you nailed it. Sit there till next feed. I was thinking, guys, I probably now need to get somewhere to store my milk in, because we are going to get more cows, and this holds frick all. Like, what's it on now? Milk only holds 33,000 litres. So I'm thinking we probably need to start thinking about bigger milk storage solution before we get more cows and then have that headache. Because the idea is the cows are probably going to go on these fields. I looked at this one here. This feels like a great field for like dairy cows. And maybe we have this as a big pasture for... Because this... We want a landscape. If you imagine drawing an imaginary line across here, I'm going to landscape all this for lorries and blah, blah, blah. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put cows on this field. And then a dairy or breed and... What's it look like? Let's have a look. This is a breeding barn, therefore milk production. Yeah, so we like maybe have a breeding barn here on this little field, and the proper herd here. The proper herd, you know what I mean? The dairy herd here. So that holds 99. Obviously, they will hold more. By the way, you know as well you can get these ones to do all the mixing up for you, but... Feed kitchen. A place to keep the cows, a push. So you drop in... I think this will do all the mixing for you. Yeah, the idea is this will be our like dairy herd. Do something like that. And then this will be a breeding barn area. That's my thinking. Look alright, won't it? Oh. I lived in London for 19 years and moved to the country about 5 years ago. My garden backs onto a farm and honestly I love it, yeah. That's how I grew up as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's the idea, guys. Breeding barn on there. Dairy herd here, and then everything's near the grass and the silage. I know there'll be a little bit of a way down here. Now we'll get rid of this here. We'll get rid of this here and reclaim this area for sort of like part of our working farm. But what I'm thinking is we probably want like milk storage on here, or let's have a look. Silos. Doesn't give you a lot of help in this game, like what one's for liquids? So we can put this near the existing one, but I want everything kind of almost in one place. Ah, but it goes container. Liquid fertilizer, different products, lime tank. I don't know, we'll have to look into that, but yeah, at some point I'll want to have all the milk production like together. So if this is going to be a breed and barn up here, if this is our dairy herd on here, it makes sense to have all that stuff here. I suppose we could just do silo extensions, but yeah. That's the plan. That's the plan, man with a plan. Right, slurry, that's what I said, didn't I? Bit of poo transportation. Guys, massive shout out to all the lurkers on Twitch tonight. We had some phenomenal numbers tonight. So thank you for everyone who's been watching us throughout. I think from really early on the stream we had sort of 40 people in, and it's been really consistent all night. So thank you for all the people that are enjoying us and have us on in the background. Appreciate you all. I'm having massive frame drops when I have my semi filled with pallets. Might be worth trying to eliminate mods as well, Purple. We'll just go to the old pig farm because I don't think the other one's been there long enough to produce any muck. First drive along our new path here. This isn't the right place, Joel. Ignore that. That's where you feed them, Joel. That's not where you get your poo from. Walnut. Looks nice down there, that barn. It gives a bit more space. It opens it up a little bit more as well compared to when the pigs were there. If I leave this with the new pigs, that'll hopefully remind me that I didn't take anything from them. Loving these new sheds. Look awesome. Look awesome. Right, so I can see I left some vehicles running. See if I got money to burn. Oh, what, getting whitey? Let me in whitey, man. There we go. Right, guys, I'm probably going to wrap it up there because I feel like I've already gone into the red probably half an hour ago after having a couple of days being unwell. Thank you for supporting me tonight. Really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the new YouTube scenes. If you've been, and new audio alerts and everything, if you've been watching us over on YouTube, we had some brilliant numbers on there earlier as well. So thank you for being a part of that, guys. And yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday night. Dave, thank you for lurking on that tonight, mate. Really appreciate it. I'll be back on Tuesday, guys. I am on a training course Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's remote, so it's not like I'm out of town. But if I'm a bit tired, then you know why. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Lovely numbers tonight. Thank you so much for Redbeard, for the raid as well. Thank you for all the new Twitch, YouTube subs. And guys, we had the hype train as well on Twitch earlier. So yeah, loads of love considering I had to miss one on Friday. Sorry for the technical issues we had caused by TikTok Studio. I won't make that mistake again. That's dead to me now. We'll find another way of multi-streaming to TikTok through OBS. It won't have all the bells and whistles of Studio, but I frankly can't afford for that to keep killing my machine. So if you joined us, guys, expect to find us on TikTok and come and find us elsewhere. Really appreciate that tonight, and hopefully normal service will be resumed soon once I get a couple of healthy evenings to spend doing all the admin stuff. Until next time, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate you. If you've not given us a follow already, then feel free to for notifications when I'm next live. If not, I'll see some of you guys over in Discord. And until then, guys, I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.